gosh, I need a
darkest
haircut
dungeon.
so
Be
bad.
gone, fiend.
I saw myself in the camera just now. I was like, oh, my hair.
Well.
I need a haircut.
Hello, by the way.
Hello. If you're watching, welcome. We are actually having a special one-shot tonight.
Yes, it did it.
It did it. Wow. I forgot about that. Because normally we don't hear that.
Yeah.
But now that it's on the Bluetooth, it can terrify me. Because when I would play video games and people would cheer or whatever, I would be like, "Oh God!" And that's why they did it. That's why they did it.
Oh yeah.
Because when you have a headset on and that comes over it in the middle of like playing
Dark Souls, I can just imagine.
Dark Souls or what was I playing when Village, Resident Evil The Village. It was like in a quiet one, and one of my friends would always catch me in a quiet, and he'd be like, "Now," and I would jump out of my skin.
Yeah.
It was, and there was. If you look at some of the clips, that's mostly me screaming, especially when the giant monster baby came out. So anyway, so special one shot. Tonight we are, one is, it's a special one because it is a birthday present.
Yes.
That is being redeemed. This is David's birthday one shot. I said for your birthday I will do a one shot, and he chose Star Trek.
Not at the time, but now.
Not at the time. But I had to inform him I couldn't run that.
Yeah. It was something that would be very inappropriate for streaming, but would have been very
so
fun.
Inappropriate.
Would have been so much fun. Well, actually, it would not have been appropriate for the content you want for your streams.
We are a hard PG-13 most of the time,
and it would have been a rated R.
It would have been NC-17. I'm kidding. No, it was a hard R.
Oh, we could have made that fun then.
Yeah.
The only NC-17 is a Starship designation.
Yeah, exactly. And with that, we are playing Star Trek Adventures, the role-playing game. And unfortunately, Terrace is out of town, can't be with us, so we took this opportunity to play something that he hasn't played and rub it in his face.
Yeah.
So, no.
Hi, Terrace. Hi, Terrace.
Too loud?
Okay,
The music? Okay.
Yes.
Not for you. Everything's too loud for you.
I'm just making sure that the audio is coming through after I did the adjustments.
It is always too loud. I can have it down to the lowest. You're like, huh? Too loud. And I'm like, I can't hear anything. Music, but you're fine. I'll just yell at you.
It's fine.
Not yell at you, but yell for you.
I love how you always have to justify that when.
Well, I just don't want to be mean yet. So this is a new system for us. Bear with us if we have to go over rules, and bear with me if I just make something up.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, if I just say, you know what, instead of doing that, let's just do it this way.
You are the Q.
I am your. Actually, I will be your your captain. Let's see, not really.
Captain, my captain.
Get out.
Captain, your pants
You didn't stand on your chair, so you have to get out now. You didn't mean it. Don't you do it. Don't do it, because you're going to fall, and you're going to hit the table, and you're going to crack your head open, and then I'll have to shut the stream down. But anyway.
Right side, you have an actual combat medic, and then two other people that have adjacent.
Yeah, absolutely.
First aid and basic life support.
So, with all of that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started in this. We're going to get started. You all are the crew of the USS Magellan. I have to make sure that I say USS. I was like, USS Magellan. Gosh, all the information just left my head.
Because all you're thinking about is inserts now?
Yeah.
We're on a boat.
Magical.
So you're the crew of the USS Magellan, which is actually, I don't have that here for some reason, but it's somewhere. So I'm going to have you all go around and introduce your characters, and we're going to start with you.
Ah, yes. Commander Leonis Loss, brave son of the prophets.
And you are the...
I am the first officer of the Magellan.
Yes, you are.
Fine vessel, with every member of its crew like family, all under the watchful eyes of the prophets. But let me introduce my security officer, Proud Andorian.
What's your name? Security officer
Hey. My name is Sue Ellis.
Sue Ellis.
Oh my god.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I love it.
I didn't know we were going Southern.
That's the only way I can
You're
remember
not
his
supposed
name.
to. You could just, I mean, like, Zareth is your last name. You are Lieutenant Commander Zareth, the Chief of Security.
Well, it's so
You are Lieutenant Commander Zareth, the Chief of Security.
fine. I'm Lieutenant Commander Zareth, the Chief of Security and proud daughter of Andoria.
Yep. So that is, yeah. All right, Tim?
I am Lieutenant Anodel. A thrill. I don't know, I just came out. I have 4 lifetimes. Don't ask me about the other lives. I have to think about them sometimes. So, and
What
I'm
is
the
your
chief engineer.
Thank you. David?
I am Lieutenant Commander Shang. I am the con officer with love learning, all about propulsion, navigation, and avian breeding.
Avian breeding.
I don't know why I am. I'm also apparently dabble in quantum mechanics and propulsion systems.
Nice.
In our society, we have more time to indulge in recreational studies.
Like
Like
Klingon
avian
opera.
breeding. Oh, Klingon opera, yes,
Or
of
Klingon
course.
opera, or functional alcoholic.
Oh, that's right. And
Yeah.
we're all still coming to your recital next week, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And Christy.
There's always recitals going on this ship.
I am Lieutenant Chaprel. I am our medical officer, and I am so glad that Lieutenant Commander Zareth has an appreciation for his Klingon opera, as I am Klingon myself.
Yep, very good.
Am I not?
You're a Vulcan.
You're a
I'm not.
Wait, I was
You're a
like, I was
Vulcan
like,
with
wait
an
a second.
identity
That would be really
crisis.
fun.
It took me a second. I was like, yeah, you're clean. Wait a second.
That would be
She's a
quite
Vulcan,
intriguing.
but she
Right?
identifies
You're a
as
Vulcan.
Yes, yes.
You do this.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Maybe
Alien.
you've mind melded with too many Klingons.
So obviously, Bajoran, Andorian, you are a, let's see, you're Trill, I am a human, and Vulcan.
Yeah, Tril.
No, it's Trill.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, like trilling, or
Okay.
like a...
Like a
Trill.
bird.
Trill, not the
Like
A.
this?
Never mind. Well, now we've
But I don't know.
established it.
Okay.
Thrill.
Captain's log, stardate 47515.4. We're in the remote Helicona sector investigating the disappearance of the USS, and I will say this wrong. I have practiced this, and I apologize ahead of time because I know this is wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, sorry. We'll start this over in just a second. I know it's live, but anyway, I have to listen to it being pronounced again.
Dun, dun,
Like,
dun.
none of us are gonna know what it's actually supposed to be from.
Well, I mean, there's a good chance that Mikey and I might.
I was gonna say.
What?
Hold up to Mike and look at
Stop it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right?
This.
Sounds like
We're on the hunt for the USS
Alcubierre. Alcubierre is what it's called. Okay, USS Alcubierre. You are investigating the disappearance of the USS Alcubierre. After 3 days in this unpopulated region of space, we found a promising lead. Hours ago, long-range sensors detected a vessel in the presence of subspace interference. The ship is several parsecs outside Federation territory. The ship was on special assignment, testing a new engine system designed to exceed warp 5 without damaging subspace. I can only surmise that something went terribly wrong with the experiments. This is where you all are now on the bridge of the Magellan, and as you are traveling through space, you realize that you are outside of Federation territory. So everything goes. You know, you are approaching the coordinates that were sent to you, and you are now in visual range of the Oberth class starship. You see no signs of external damage. Still, The science vessel is adrift. Now, you've already tried to hail it. All attempts at establishing communications have gone unanswered. The localized subspace interference scrambles sensor scans and renders transporters inoperable. But you need answers. Is anyone over there? Is anyone alive over there? What happened to them? And what happened to their ship? Your only recourse now is to send an away team in a shuttlecraft. The heavy subspace interference generated by the ship in question is a location trait that affects the ship and anybody aboard and your vessel in the following ways. The subspace interferences, sensor scans and communications cannot penetrate the interference. It prevents you all from performing any kind of task related to your all ship's sensors. So you're not able to scan for the vessel for life signs. You cannot acquire a sensor lock, so you'll not be able to use the transporters beam over an away team. And the ship will not be able to communicate with anyone on board the other one, the Albuquerque. Including any away team that goes over there. So basically, when you get over there, you're cut off from the Magellan. It's you. So if you need to go for help or anything like that, you have to make it back to your shuttle and get back to the ship. Okay.
But I know you said it. What's the thing that's causing that interference?
Subspace interference, and this is
there's something on board that's causing it?
It's supposed to, because they are testing, pretty much doing top secret testing.
Oh, okay.
So they don't want anybody to know what they're doing.
And
So
at this time in the just background, very short.
Yep.
The reason for it, at least Star Trek lore-wise, is that the main method of propulsion that is currently used that disrupts subspace, destroys space and stuff.
Oh.
that too.
And so it's trying to find ways, now that we've learned this, to find better ways that do not destroy subspace.
Well, I want to know if we could get over there. Is this something we could be like, and turn off?
So that's a way better. I should have just marked out the first one out of the book and gone with that, and just that. But yes, that is too. But it helps them with, they're testing a new drive, and they don't want anybody to get a hold of it that isn't in the Federation. You all are now the away team. You have been chosen by the captain. You have the chief of security, of course, is going over because you can fight. The first officer is going to lead the away team. Chief engineer, you're going to see how you can help if there's any repairs needed or anything like that. Con officer, they may need somebody to take control of the ship. You never know. And the medical officer, for obvious reasons.
Figure out, yeah.
So, with that, you are given, since there are no transporters, you have to take a shuttle. You have to pilot the shuttlecraft, and you have to plot a course over. So, who is piloting this shuttlecraft?
Before we start, may I make a suggestion to our first officer here? If you can relay it to the captain, that maybe we should also tractor beam the ship, start dragging it back to Federation space as we're investigating to make sure we're closer in familiar territory.
We could, but at the same time, if the experimental drive is operational, don't know what kind of damage that can cause.
True.
Until we know more, it's best not to attach the tractor. Honestly, we'd hate to pull the ship a little and have it rip itself apart while we're inside.
Fair. Unless we're in full suits. Oh god. 0G suits, I think you're on.
So, I'm going to say you're looking after your ship. That goes along with your values.
Yeah.
Your starship is a home and a crew as its families. I'm going to give you a point of determination for that.
Family.
So family. Everybody, gosh, now your character to me looks like Vin Diesel.
This is the best Fast and Furious movie ever. Second only to Tokyo Drift.
They actually went to space in the last one. Yeah.
Oh God!
They shot a car into space in the last one.
Oh God, no! We were
Subspace.
talking about
Like they broke the orbit. They're in orbit.
They're running out of ideas.
Huh?
I was just
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's terrible. It's wonderful but terrible all in the same. I thought it peaked when they jumped I forget which car they jumped it from building to building. No, they sent Ludacris into space with can't remember who went with him.
I think even drive it there.
So, yeah. So who is piloting the shuttlecraft?
I would imagine I would throw my hat into that since I have a specialty in driving
Okay.
or piloting and propulsion systems and shuttlecrafts.
So I'm going to need a reason and con from you.
Yay!
With a difficulty of 1. Target number is 1. 2d20 is the default number d20, so you could roll 2 d20s if you get 1 task.
I'm just trying to follow through the math. So I see reason is 10 over here, and then
Con?
yes. But okay, so 10 and 4.
So you have to roll 14 or under.
Okay.
On one of your die.
And I roll 2.
Yes, but do you have any focuses that would apply to this?
Shuttlecraft.
Okay. Yeah. So any
navigation
successes? Yeah. So you have a focus.
Yeah.
Any successes you get over the one that is needed go into your momentum pool because you have 0 right now.
Okay.
Can I use a task to assist him?
You would have to. Well, you'd have to. I'm going to say you're going to, with yours.
I would like to direct him. Like, the thing that he was going to do anyway, I just want to be the middle manager and be like, take her out. Make it so.
You're going to roll command and con.
Command discipline, yeah.
Well,
okay, so it says the direct task.
Oh, the direct task.
Yeah, it's on this page.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Oh, so you go by that then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably flip it over because I have the same thing.
The officer attempts a task determined by the CO.
Yeah.
The CO assists the task using the command discipline.
Okay.
How does the assist work?
So
do I roll?
You command and then I'm going to say command and control.
Okay.
So you have to add your attributes in that. So you have to roll under an 11 to add a success to his success.
So I add my control and command?
Yeah.
And then I just roll under that.
And then you just roll under that.
So that's a 14 below.
14, your con and your...
Yeah, it's 5 command.
Con, where's command at? Oh, I was saying con and control, but you want to do command and control? So yeah, 14 then.
It says using the command
discipline. The command discipline, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything other than command discipline.
Command and control. So you'd have to add 2 together.
Okay.
Yeah.
13.
So you are taking command.
So you may re-roll one of your 20s.
I rolled a 14 and a 2. So.
14 and a 2. So, and you have your focus. So there's 2 already plus another success. So you all have 2. You have 2 points in your pool now because you only needed 1 success. Wait a minute. That was the next thing I was going to say. Somebody needs to track these points.
So you said we had 2 in the bank?
2 in the bank.
Okay.
So what was your?
I needed to roll a 14.
So no. Okay, you have
1.
That's 2 because of focus. So that's you rolled 14 or under, and you rolled a 14 and a 2, right? So you did 4 successes, so 5. So you all actually have 4 points in your pool now.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Let me explain that. So
we're going to end up using it a lot.
This you will automatically roll 2 d20s no matter what you do.
Okay.
Okay, you automatically get that. You can use the points that you just earned to purchase more, but we'll get into that in just a second. Okay? So you only needed 1 success. So if you just rolled flat out, I rolled a 6 and a 1. That means those are 2 successes. You have 1 more success than you need, so that turns into a momentum point. which you can use to purchase extra D20s, change a scene, anything like that. So everybody uses the same momentum points, and you can only have 6 at a time. So you just gained, since you had 0 starting out, you just gained everybody with your all's rolls. You all gained 4 momentum points off the top. So you're almost full already. Yeah.
Awesome. So by the way, just out of curiosity, because I want to be a little chitted,
Yeah.
say that for this. I don't know why, but I picture you're standing because.
Oh yeah, I'm standing like.
Yep.
One leg
Is
up.
everybody else sitting? Out of curiosity, I imagine you logically would be.
Yes.
Logic.
Strapped in.
What about you
obviously.
two? Would you be sitting?
Yeah. Why would I?
I don't know. I'd probably be standing in the back. Like,
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. What was it? Disabled inertial dampers and support.
thanks.
My grip on the chair just tightens, and I'm like, ha
Making sure everybody's
Jack
not
Sparrow.
safe.
Yeah, well, I mean, you two are just fine. You're like, oh, that's accelerating fast. You two are just like, oh god, like trying to catch yourself.
It's like my favorite
You
simulator.
catch the first officer off guard. He just slings to the back and walks real calm back up. Okay. Rikers into his seat.
Yeah.
All right.
Still,
You have calculated the best course to docking your shuttle into port. You've adjusted for the altitude and the rotation rate of the silent ship, and using your calculation, you have departed the shuttle bay and headed for the science vessel. You all watch. It's almost an eerie scene as you see there are outside lights, but they're mostly just emergency lights. And this vessel, this ship is just floating through space. There's nothing happening on it. So you're going to actually, since you are at the helm right now, you're going to make a piloting roll. But here's the deal. Because you've already plotted your course, there's not really piloting to it. It is a 0 level success roll, which means you don't have to roll if you don't want to.
Okay.
But if you do roll, it's an automatic 2 momentum points added to your pool.
Oh.
So if you just roll 2d20, you got a what and a what?
I got a 4 and a 9.
There you go. You would have succeeded anyway. You'll have 2 extra momentum points in your pool, but you're at a full 6 now.
Nice. All right.
Okay? All right. As your shuttlecraft nears the disabled ship, the main shuttle bay doors mysteriously open. You adjust your heading away from the docking port and safely land. The doors close behind you, and the bay pressurizes. Apart from 2 shuttles that belong on this ship, the bay is empty. And it's lit only by flickering emergency lights. And the bay feels eerily deserted.
And to make sure the atmosphere is breathable, there's no other particulates.
Absolutely. You all would be able to tell from your scans that, all life support systems are okay here. Mostly probably running on emergency back.
I expect the power system.
You can.
Why
but
is it an emergency?
you're also in the docking bay right now.
well, before we keep
wait,
going,
yeah,
let me
okay.
scan and search
Yeah.
the ship for clear everything out before we move forward. Rush in there and fight anybody that still remains.
Well,
Or
there's
me and
nobody
Master
there.
Boy.
You rush out and you're like, "Ah!"
Scanning for life forms. Doot, life forms.
All right, your shuttlecraft opens, and you hear a slow beeping. It just beep, 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 and it's of an active console waiting for a command. It echoes throughout the shuttle bay. Shuttles 1 and 2 stand empty and dark. The doors of the control room are stuck half open, as if the ship's power just gave out. Ship's power gave out just as someone was walking through them. The light of the console inside of the control room reflects in the window overlooking the bay, but there's no one inside. Whoever opened the shuttle bay's outer doors, not here. What are y'all going to do from here?
Look around first.
Okay.
Engineer? Questions about like maybe was it automated shuttle doors or something you can see?
I walk over to one of the wall panels and knock it open.
Okay.
We have like all the controls. See if we can get some power to this section over here.
You go A as well.
Hey.
Fonzie.
Bam. For some reason, when he hits the wall of the ship, music starts playing, and
Right, yeah.
Elevator music.
I will direct you with a natural 1.
2 successes. All right.
I'm gonna look.
Yours is actually a 0 success to even check it. Are you trying to get trying to like get some power to it?
They have a full power system.
Yeah, but you don't need any successes because it's easy to see that auxiliary controls are locked out and have been rerouted to main engineering. And the person who operated the shuttle bay did not do it from. So there's no power. There's no auxiliary power. There's no main power running to here. There's really no power to give this place. You have to go to main engineering where it's been rerouted to if who opened the doors.
Can I look in?
Let me pull something real quick. Yeah, yes, you can. But I want to.
And I'm curious when you have a moment or class of starship that we're supposedly entering.
Shut up, train. Oreth. Oreth.
Oh, Ober?
It doesn't say Oberth, but it says it may be. This is old, so a couple years old. So
I mean,
it's
Oberth,
a science. It's a
and
science
Oberth
vessel.
is generally a science vessel
Yeah,
that has
Oberth,
like
we'll say
very
that.
limited
fighting
capabilities, like 2 phasers and a 1 photon launcher or something. Like that.
Yeah,
It's like a small craft.
It's pretty decent size, but
It's a support science craft.
yeah.
It is not meant for camp. It's basically the best way I ever heard it was like have it in regular military warfare. It's like if you were to have a battle, it's like sending a battleship and a cruiser and the Navy canoe. And the Navy canoe is an Oberth.
Yeah.
It's like there's
So it is a
nothing.
small craft.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing. I mean not in terms of combat, but science. That's what its focus is. Science.
Strangers.
Can we at least get this door open and find the path to engineering?
Sure. I mean, it should be easy enough to do, especially with some of you all have elevator levels of strength, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong.
Just my faith in the prophets.
Vulcans are a little stronger than humans, so
Yeah.
it would be easy for a Vulcan just to pry the doors.
Yep.
But you don't have to roll anything. You can just
Okay,
do
I
it.
was
Yeah.
like, I
Use your
don't see
repressed
strength.
emotions.
I don't see
fuel.
strength on here.
I was like,
Since you have a full momentum pool and you're standing in this abandoned control area, I'm going to invite you all. I'm going to suggest that maybe you spend a little momentum to see if you can obtain any information from the GM, if you so choose to. But it is your choice completely. I'm not saying yes, do that, but I'm saying it is in that point of time that it could be a good idea. So, and it's also reminding you that you can do that.
How much will it cost us to check the security logs and any kind of?
Well, let's get ready.
Okay. You can spend 1 momentum. Let's see.
I already was happened.
No, but you'll have to roll for it.
Wait,
But
we
no,
roll
but
for
I'm giving you examples of what you can use the momentum to get questions out of me,
Oh,
or answers to questions from me. You can spend up to 6 points of momentum and ask 6 questions if you. So why I'm saying that, Angela, is you may want them to ask questions first, so you can, if you get over successes, you can rebuild your momentum from asking questions. Would you all like to spend some momentum and ask me any kind of questions?
I wouldn't know what to ask you.
Single relevant question per point of momentum. One obvious question could be who opened the bay doors? Who would you think would do that? You know, like that would legitimately, well, if they're not here, who did it? Why, you know, where are they? What's going on? You know the where now. The power's been rerouted to where?
Main engineering.
Main engineering. So, well, who would do that? You know, you think like that.
Whose security credentials were you?
Yeah.
That's a good. So we're going to take a momentum off, and it will. I will tell you that. Actually, I'm going to give you two answers because that was a really good question. Command codes were not used to reroute ship systems to main engineering. You know, it wasn't. The command codes weren't used. But the console shows that someone bypassed the lockout to operate the bay doors from the bridge.
Okay. All powers rerouted to engineering, but bridge still has con.
It sounds like if it wasn't command, they were going to be in engineering, and then maybe command staff is actually still on the bridge.
Or it could be that the command staff is trapped on the bridge. This is the limited influence they have over the ship. They could see that our vessel had approached, and unable to send the message out, the only thing they could do was back door.
No.
Because remember, of the subspace interference, they probably can't get messages, can't transport out, they can't get messages out, so there's subspace interference. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was responding to the look he gave me.
No, because I just saw Angela do this, like, you said, like, oh, open the back door, and she just says this to you. It's like, side-eye.
Can you use...
No, yeah, I'm not even way above that gutter.
Could you use your security credentials? Would she be able to tap into, I guess, the internal sensors and track personnel?
We can try.
Or that also might be a combination of our engineer.
What?
You want to roll? I'm asking you, are you going to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
I just need
commanding officer.
Use your words.
I've already had to do that twice.
Well, no, you said something a little different from what he said. I'm saying, do you want to change it to that?
He speaks more eloquently than I do.
That's why I'm in command. It's law. Radigan's law.
Remember that.
If I'm doing this, I can do it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be, because, yeah, security, and then the, what was it, the engineer.
I know, I told him I'd watch all the Star Trek.
So you go ahead and roll.
Fair.
Roll like control and con for me. So you have to roll an 11 or under. You have no focuses for this.
You got a 2.
Okay, you got a success. That's all you needed. You're able actually to fire up the console, and as you're staring at it, trying to go through the logs, the power sputters as you tap into it, and you're looking through the logs, and the display goes dim.
Oh, can I help?
Hold on. Before the console goes completely dark, the following message appears. You just see in words cross, meet me in stellar cartography.
One more time?
Meet me in the map room. Stellar cartography.
You got it, yeah, that's it.
Stellar cartography.
The best room.
On Voyager, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We think this message was for us.
Well, by the looks of everything. It's an encryptic information already. Backdoor for us and all that, so let's see what else we can find out before we venture down that way.
It's intriguing, however. The different means they could use. Surprised that one didn't try to signal us with lights. Maybe Starfleet protocol training has gotten a little lax on this. have to file that in my report.
Did you want to do something with the
Well,
power systems? I
dang.
think you said, or
I think I don't have it yet. So the different.
well, I meant more like I didn't know if you were trying to bring back the LCAR system or the
No,
the
we
console.
got them. We got the message. Console. Okay, so I'll wait for my opportunity.
Who's ready to crawl through some Jeffrey's tubes?
Was there a timestamp on that message?
It popped up when she started messing with
Okay.
the so it's
really.
there is a door leading to the rest of the ship, but it is shut. But you already know about panels next to the door, so you would know about emergency hand actuators to open the door. So I'm actually going to do this as
Didn't
soon as you pop
used
that
to do,
panel
like, you
open.
pump the seal and then you had to like pump
Yeah.
it, like
I'm just
pump
waiting
action.
for
You have to, when you start to pump that handle, you pull it down, and you'll spend 2 threat, and the handle actually breaks off.
Oh.
Oh hey!
All right, let's try to fix.
All right, you have 2 ways you can do this, and I'm going to give it to you because you can either force the door open with brute strength, or you can use a phaser to cut into the bulkhead and hotwire the circuitry, which would be more your expertise. Okay.
Could I assist him in some way? Because I do have the ability to jerry rig.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. Okay. So you succeeded on your task once, right? Okay. No, that's fine. That's all I needed to know. That's how you got the message. So you're able to pull a phaser out. You can cut a hole in it. Start pulling wires, and you look at it. I need a control plus engineering task from you.
Do I have to do that too? For
You would probably do control and engineering as well.
Oh no!
I got one.
You got it. Okay.
Which is 2, right? Yes.
Yeah, because you're using a focus, right?
Part of my focus. It's small craft.
This is, you're actually working on the actual ship. So this is a large craft. But power systems is 1.
Oh, that will be.
So that would be a focus. So that's 2 successes. This is what you needed.
And I got 2 successes as well.
Okay, so there's 2 extra. You're back up to 6.
Yay!
Mine would have been choosing internal security.
Okay, so then you're back full still.
We're just over.
So the reason I ask is if you go over the successes you needed, it puts points back into your pool.
But we can only have 6.
You can only have 6 at a time, but you're now full.
Okay.
Yeah, because of all the successes you all are getting, which is detrimental to your D&D rolls. I rolled a natural 1, yay!
Yeah, right.
Wrong game, wrong game. All right. You're able to hotwire it, or slides open. And you're looking into the corridor walls here, like down the corridor here, down into the ship. Now, there are emergency lights on, and you can tell that scorch marks cover the corridor walls. Damaged power couplings spark beneath broken and burnt out panels. And on the deck, dead bodies of 7 Starfleet crew members lie there.
I would like to go examine them and see how they died.
Okay.
Real game.
She didn't even say anything about looting.
Phasers.
She just got like phasers hanging off of her.
Since I've spent time memorizing the faces of the vessel that we were sent to look for, right? So I want to see if there's any of the command staff.
Okay.
I guess I could just tell by their pips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to see how they died, it's a 0. I mean, you're going to find out. So, I mean, you only have to roll at this point if you don't want to, because it would be insight and medicine.
Okay, so
I had 2 successes, which doesn't matter because we were
But
already full.
it's a 0 because when you roll over a body,
Yeah.
the wounds are consistent with the type of injuries caused by a disruptor weapon.
Romulan.
I was like, please explain.
All right.
essentially,
so you all already know.
there's a Geneva
you don't have to spend any
Convention in
momentum.
space, and the Romulans don't care.
Yep.
But if you'd like to spend a momentum to get any other information, just tell me you want information, and I'll figure out what to tell you.
I think trying to figure out what a disruptor weapon is more of a.
Well, it's a Romulan weapon. They already told you that. Yeah.
Whatever that is, some type of laser.
Gotcha.
Romulans are mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
But kind of cute if it's Eric Bana.
Are we able to determine it exclusively if it is Romulan and not a Klingon?
Ooh, okay, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Can we use one of these doohickeys for the momentum spins? It says create advantage. And all it says is establish a fact about the scene or remove a complication.
Yeah.
I want to establish the fact that one of these Starfleet officers got engaged in hand-to-hand combat and ripped off a piece of the uniform of their assailant, and it's still clutched in their hand.
Well, before you do that,
Really?
spend that
That's
extra
what you need
one.
that for?
Yeah, you can create.
You spend a momentum and ask your question about seeing if it was actually Romulan weapons.
Yeah.
The signature of the disruptors is Romulan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if that would actually work.
It would have. It was very specific, so I would have let it work. I've been like, okay, you put way too much thought into that. I can't say no.
It was either that or fact. There's one of those giant blue plastic containers in the room, and I can shoot it to fall down on the enemy.
What color are these shirts?
Red.
Oh, sorry.
That answers the first question of the stream.
How long?
All right. Anybody else got any medical questions? How long?
How long have
Okay,
they
that's a good.
died?
That's what kind of what. All right, spend one more momentum, and I'll tell you an answer.
Okay.
You're down to 4 now. Crew members died less than a week ago. You're able to tell that by scanning.
It's been a while.
And I'm going to give you a freebie because this is a new game. Position of the bodies relative to the damage in the corridor suggests the crew members lost their lives fighting in a fighting withdrawal in a retreat to the shuttle bay, which you have a focus in guerrilla tactics, and you would have picked that up anyway.
Yeah. There's only so many ways you can fight in a corridor.
You look at Star Wars, Star Trek.
It's mostly running backwards and shooting down the hall.
So do the scorch marks on the wall look? Oh, we already said they're disruptor, or what? I guess
Romulan disruptors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is the start of what we call a new scene. So I'm going to take 1 momentum point away from your pool.
Okay.
Okay. Now I ask this. Where do y'all want to go from here?
So it seems like we can go to stellar cartography, the bridge, or main engineer.
We would have a map. What would be our closest?
That's the one thing I would change about this. They don't give maps. They give little tiny mapettes.
I guess if we could say that power's offline to most of the systems.
That's a map.
We can. Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
We can.
And that doesn't even belong to this particular one. Sorry.
I guess we could assume that turbo lifts will be offline.
They are offline.
So most of our traveling is going to be in the Jeffries tubes and corridors, deck-to-deck travel. Stairs and ladders. Well, no stairs.
No stairs, just ladders.
Stairs in space.
Yep,
it's bad for your knees. Just ladders. And really tight tubbies. A lot of them.
The Jeffries tube is literally just a small tube with a ladder in it. You have to climb.
Except for the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm good. Keep going.
Except for on a Galaxy class where they're like walking down large hallways.
Yeah, this is not that.
But yeah, no further than the smaller ships. Yeah, it's like crawling through like a duct.
Well, I'm assuming engineering would be a much lower level.
It would be closer to the nacelles, which would be the propulsion wings on the ship.
It would also be much more central.
Wings.
It's much more protected too. It's meant to be. That's why it's a secondary bridge.
So, y'all probably know this, but Starfleet, they have this part of the ship, and then they have the disc. The disc can be detached as in emergencies. So if the lower half gets blown up, they can fly the disc, or if the disc gets blown up, they can.
This era, yes.
Yeah, in that era. In this era. Yeah.
Is the shuttle bay attached to the disc part or the bottom part?
Bottom part.
Okay. The back, the engineering.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to nearly necessarily be stacked on top of each other. It can do this too, but it will look higher than the lower deck.
Well, let's see. We don't know what we're dealing with yet. We potentially have several living crew members, potential crew members, and maybe Romulans.
Probably put it the ability to transfer. Out the subspace.
Interference. Mm-hmm.
Well, most of the controls were rerouted to engineering, yet the controls for the shuttle bay were activated through the bridge, and stellar cartography is sending us messages.
I like the engineering. Very dangerous right now.
Yeah,
Likely.
could be compromised.
Yeah.
If the ship was overtaken by Romulans and any presence remains, they would be there. Worst case scenario, though, they've left and bootstrapped the. So we should proceed with caution. Stellar cartography.
I realized the music that was playing in the background was way too happy for this.
I just rallied everybody.
You did.
So I'll roll the.
Where y'all going?
Stellar cartography, apparently.
Stellar to cartography.
I have vigilance. Do I see any traps?
No.
Okay.
Well, not anything that would be like it would take a lot of time to set up any kind of like real traps, like there's no like lures or
things like rigged to blow.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit to do that.
God, I hope we didn't find lore.
Oh gosh. Lore's the bad guy.
The corridors are dimly lit from the glow of red emergency lighting, and ahead, as you continue on, you're going to stellar cartography, the map room. You find 3 more dead Starfleet officers. You did not recognize anybody as far as like these are red shirts. They're just crew, not just crew, but they're crew. But they are ahead. The 3 bodies you find, you do recognize them from the mission briefing you were given before you came upon the vessel. One is Captain Kelly. One is Captain Kelly, the captain of this ship. The second one is his first officer, Commander Dandrick. Also, the chief of security, Lieutenant Talau. And as you examine their bodies, you can examine their bodies and tell what's going on. So, same thing, disruptor blasts. They were retreating, but they were trying to cover. Looks like they were trying to cover the others as they went out. Going down with the ship basically. And as you all are looking at the scene and looking around from up ahead, a disruptor blast hits the wall right next to you, and you look, and ahead of you, you see 4 Romulans at the end of the corridor. And they are all pointing disruptors at you. And we're going to go into initiative with this we're going to go into combat now. So the way this works is, I'm going to give you all just something to look at, to point at and say, okay, we're here, so where are they? That's useless. Well, I was going to, but you know what? Screw it.
There's no seek skill.
There's no bonus action hiding in this game. Yeah, the way this works is you all take the first turn, and you decide amongst you who goes first. Then it is my turn, and then we go back and forth until everybody's had a turn, basically.
I should go last.
So
I feel like Chief of Security would go first because you'd have the best reflex.
Okay.
I mean, your character would.
Yep.
So also, this is something a lot of people don't think about. Are you looking
Can we spend
a first
momentum?
officer? Are you looking at lethal, or do you want to set your phasers to stun?
Are these clearly identified Romulans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going for lethal.
Lethal?
Probably
All right.
keep somebody alive to question.
Well, that is really interesting to hear from my bloodthirsty Andorian.
Right. What'd you say?
We need someone to interrogate after.
Nah. They're Romulans. They don't talk. Just kill them.
This is true.
Okay.
Either that or everything they say is it's like talking to a politician. There's never pretty much.
Oh.
There is no truth. There's always no.
Yeah. So next to your phasers, you're going to find what says a number and the Starfleet insignia. That is a D6. When you roll that many D6s. So I'm looking at the medical officer right now. You have one that says 4. You roll 4 D6s. What you are looking for? Oh, it says
For
4
phaser,
or 5.
I have 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at your unarmed strike. I apologize.
Yeah.
You would roll 5. You're looking for 1s and 2s, and 5s and 6s. A 5 and a 6, you can spend determination, get extra stuff, but mostly all of you all would just be doing an extra point of damage. Okay? 3s and 4s mean nothing. So, with that, they're going into combat. You are being shot. You are taking fire from Romulan disruptor blasts. So, our chief security officer, what are you going to do? I think you have a phaser type 2. Yeah.
Size 1H. I don't know.
You don't have to worry about all that.
How many D6?
You are ranged.
Oh wow.
Good at the shoot.
But it's also the amount of die has to do with the type of phaser you have.
Cool.
Has nothing to do with skills or attributes.
Oh, and I have the Sontor thing.
That is a close range.
That is a knife.
Gotcha.
That is a ceremonial knife that you would use if you were up close to gig somebody.
Cool.
Right now, you've got a pew pew, and you should use your pew pew.
I'm using my pew pew, or what is it? The freedom
Phaser.
meter?
Huh?
The freedom meter?
No, it's called a phaser. We're too far in the future for freedom eating.
All right, so 3s,
4s mean nothing. That means you miss.
So I got a 1, 2, 2, and 2.
Sorry. So
I have
just count
5 successes.
5 successes, and how many of them have an effect?
2 effects.
Okay, you can spend. You only have 1.
What do you mean 2 effects?
You got a 6.
I got 2 6s.
Yep. So you got 2 effects.
So you only have 1 determination. An effect means you can spend a determination point to do extra damage.
Sure. I rolled a 1 and a 2 and 2 2s. So
okay,
1.
So that's 5 damage.
5. And then 2. So the 7 damage, and then I can do a what?
If you want to spend the momentum.
But how many successes do you have total?
3.
Well,
2.
You did 5 damage.
So a 1 and a 6 are success, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Listen to me. 1s and 2s are successes. 5 and 6 are successes with an edge or with an effect.
Okay, so I have 5 total successes.
Correct.
And 2 6s.
Okay, so you can spend 1 determination point to make one of those 6s do an extra point of damage.
Oh, okay.
So you would have 6 points of damage to the 1 Romulan.
So those are 2 damage.
I thought they only count as 1.
Yeah.
This is 2 damage.
On yours probably then, because I didn't look at the back of that.
No, I don't have.
Mine just said I just have the D6 and the 1 is 1, 2 is 2.
Really?
Yeah.
It said that
3 and
different
4
in the
is
rule
no
book.
damage.
In the rule book, it said something way different than that. So hold on. Give me 1 second. Don't worry about it. I got it.
I thought that was on everybody's sheet. My bad.
No, everybody's sheet is different. Okay, so 2 damage. Okay, so we'll just go with that. Yeah, we'll just go with that. 2 damage on a 2. 1 damage on a 1. That just goes standard for everybody because apparently I read something wrong here or it was printed wrong.
That's
7 damage. Okay. All right. So I meant to ask you, do you want? There's one Romulan that looks a little. Well, he looks like he's in command.
Okay.
And then you have 3 guys that obviously are not. Which one are you going for? The command or one of the other 3? What I figured. All right.
Straight for the head guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sweet. All right.
Can we spend to keep the initiative?
You can. You have to spend 2 momentum. That's our 2 determination.
But I have a quick action. Get to remove the momentum.
On your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just confused about how is this like we as a group say we're gonna keep the initiative,
yes.
or would that be her because she went first?
She can look at you all and say, "Would you like to keep the initiative?"
Oh, okay.
Would you like to keep the initiative?
Sure. I mean, it's alternating actions, right?
Yeah, but that also gives me a point of a threat point back.
Okay.
Yeah. So you spend two momentum. You're now down to 5. Or I mean 4.
3.
3. Okay.
I rallied and got us.
That's right.
Back.
Yeah. You're down to 3. So whoever's next is next. At this point.
I'll roll. Sure. I can only roll 4, which is funny that our medical officer has more dice than I do.
So the Romulans have to have a turn before you do that again. Keep the initiative again. I meant to tell you that. They have to have at least 1 turn under the belt before you keep the initiative.
Okay. Let's see.
Who you aiming for?
I'm aiming for the command.
Okay.
I got a 2 and a 5.
Sorry, he's a Romulan Centurion.
Oh.
Yeah, Centurion.
Okay.
So.
I'm aiming for the Centurion.
Okay. So a 2 and a 5.
Yep.
So that is 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I have no idea.
Oh, do you want to spend? I should have asked you. Do you want to spend a determination point?
Do I have a determination point?
You started with 1.
We
Okay.
have 3 total.
Well, I mean, no. It looks like I guess we have to start with 1. Sure, I'll spend that 1 determination point that I didn't know I had.
All right. So he is not looking real good at all.
What did the determination spend do again? Sorry.
To give the edge. I mean the effect to get an extra point of damage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You can spend 1 determination to do that. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give you all an extra point of determination apiece. So if you've already spent 1, go ahead and mark 1 down. Because it's kind of hard to realize, I have to role play to earn those as well. And there's a couple instances where I probably should have given 1 out and I forgot to, okay? I'm just going to give them to everybody. So if you have not spent 1, you have 2 now. If you spent 1, you have it back. Sound fair?
Yes.
All right. So the Centurion, after being hit a lot, is going to move back behind his peons and use them as meat shields. And the first one is going to take a shot. It's probably going to be at you because you did a lot of damage the first time.
Well, bring it. Hit me.
All right. Disruptor. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend an effect, a threat to get an effect. No, he doesn't get effects. That's right. He's minor.
We don't have to roll to hit, do we?
Nope. If you get all 3s and 4s, that just means you miss.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you're always going to hit. You ever notice anybody that didn't hit when they got shot with a phaser? When they shot a phaser?
True.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. You're going to take 3 points of stress. So, 3 points of stress, which is 3 points of damage. It didn't hit you quite as well as it could, but it was a good hit. All right. Who's next on your all's turn?
Is it
Mm-hmm.
do we keep the initiative?
Oh, no, they don't keep the initiative. Yeah, it just goes back and forth.
Okay.
So they've had a turn. Now it's your all's turn.
Okay.
And you can spend more momentum to keep the initiative if you so choose, but you only have 3 left. I will remind you that.
Okay. question: if I
Yep.
use a determination
Uh-huh.
with a phaser roll, what does that do?
Well, the determination is spent. What do you mean? Use a
Like,
determination.
would I use determination when rolling to?
As far as to add like an effect.
I didn't know if I could spend it on that part of the attack.
Well, determination you can actually you can use it on re-rolling dice or create an advantage to applies to the current scene, or a surge of activity, which means you can perform another task, essentially attacking twice. So determination actually would let you automatically succeed on something.
Okay.
Since you're automatically succeeding on the shot and just rolling the damage to see if you actually hit, it wouldn't really apply to that. But if you want to do the blue barrel thing, you can spend a point of determination on that to go, or you can spend your point of determination and do 2 tasks and shoot 2 times.
Really quiet.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So I was just listening, like,
Does that
double
make
checking.
sense?
Yes, that does.
Okay.
Then I will shoot and use a determination to make a secondary attack.
Okay, so you would roll those, 2 separately, of course. So that's called a surge of activity.
All right, so I'm gonna fan the phaser. Is that?
How did they do that? I thought it was just a button they pushed.
Yeah, but I had mine modified.
Oh, yeah, just
so
modified the old
slap
West.
it.
So you could Riker into
He
the
also
saddle.
wears a cowboy hat when we back on the ship.
Okay, so my favorite
Era of history.
No, my favorite holodeck program.
Is
It's
it
like
Wild
Dark
West?
Holiday or something.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't cards like the 20s era or 20s gangsters?
Yeah, he was 20s, 30s.
Yeah, 20s, 30s gangsters. Yeah, those were my favorites.
Okay. So 3 damage.
Okay, on one
the
of the
first
3
one.
the first peon.
Yeah, first
Okay.
peon.
And then you can make it on another target.
Okay, and then other peon.
Okay, second peon.
All right, 4 damage.
4 damage. I like it. Okay. Are you keeping the initiative?
Pew pew. I mean, sure.
Now remember, you can spend points, your momentum points, on other things as well throughout the fight too. So you may not want to just keep the initiative because you've already rocked the commander's world right now. He's hurting, and the other guys are just like, okay.
I should go next because I can keep.
Oh, sure.
So
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Give yourself a determination point because you did what your character's supposed to.
I read my sheet.
You not in this group, but surprisingly, that happens a lot on Saturdays, and people don't read their sheets. They're like, "Oh, I can do that." I'm like, "Yeah, you can." The other one.
So I guess if we're not keeping the initiative, it's their turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's their turn. Okay. For some reason, I thought she was going now. That's my fault. All right. First peon that just got shot. Oh, do this. Going to shoot at. Actually, he's going to shoot at David. Excuse me. He's going to shoot at Lieutenant Commander Shane.
Okay.
There's. Oh. He actually dead on hits you, and you're going to take 6 points of stress. And unfortunately, with that, if you blow. Nice.
I was waiting for him. Like, if you're shooting at me, I'm like, I'm gonna pull that up.
And you took 5 or more damage from a single attack, and this is for them as well, except for the Romulan Centurion. He can spend threat points to not do that. He spent threat points to not be injured. You are considered injured, which means that you are now stunned, which means you cannot take actions until somebody attends to you. Okay. You have no resistance, so you take the full 6 points.
I mean, I'm wearing fabric. That's my armor.
All right. That's going to be. They're going to hold their ground, hugging the wall, kind of ducking behind corners, and shooting at you, and that's going to be their turn. So, Christy, you're next.
If I do first response for him, I know I get the bonus d20. How do you calculate the points that he would get back?
That's a really good question that I did not think to research. I'm going to say you roll a d6, and that's how many points he gets back.
You know, and I can do this. But I could do this outside of combat as well.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, I would say focus on bad people.
Yeah.
We'll let you bleed out for a while, and we'll get to you later.
It's a one shot. If I die, I die.
Well, no, you're not dead. You're just stunned. You're not. You're not offering any kind of resistance right now. But you're hurting right now, and they can go, wake up. You are a medical officer. Like some DMs target the cleric first. Not that I would ever do that, but
wait, aren't you the medical officer?
She is right
oh
now.
no, you're the medical. Why do I keep doing that? Because you're the medical officer in our regular game.
I was about to say, I was like, okay.
I'm gonna shoot.
You gonna shoot?
I'm gonna shoot.
Shoot one of them. 1, 2, or 3.
Which one looks the?
Well, the one that's hurt bad, he ran behind.
Yeah. I was like, but the other one's been.
The one looks a little hardier than the other two, but they look about on par.
Okay. Go for whoever the hardier one looking.
Okay, you want to go the one that hasn't been hit yet.
Yes.
One doesn't have a phaser scorch mark on him.
I got a 5 and a 6.
All right.
That's 2 points of damage.
So I just spend a point of determination to get an extra point. All right, that's 3 points of damage. Very good, very good. All right. Would you like to use your ability to keep the initiative?
Yes.
All right. You're up, Tim. Excuse me. You're up, Chief Engineer, Lieutenant, Junior Grade Dell.
By the way, is there any focus that adds combat?
Just tasks.
I have like video thing. Haven't they?
Yep. Oh.
3.
No effects.
Oh, no.
You're looking for 5s and 6s and 1s and 2s.
1s and 2s.
So a 2 counts for 2 points of damage.
4.
So 4. Okay, which one did you shoot? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
They're all about the same distance from you. They're within range of your phasers, so they're down the hallway. I would say probably a good 15 to 20 yards.
There's one that's injured, one very injured, one slightly less injured, and one fine, I think, right?
No, all 4 are injured now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, well, they've been hit. All 4 of them. Number 2. Okay, so you hit him for 4 points of. Okay, he's not looking great. We'll say that. All right, it's their turn. So the very last guy who's like got shot, he's like, I ain't even done anything yet. He is going to. You're down. This is why you get all your dice out just in case. That way you're not boring everybody with.
By the way, I didn't ask. Any of them have resistance?
Not that you can tell.
I'm supposed to have this.
Yeah, they're taking full damage. Yeah, you can already tell that they're taking full damage. They hurting.
Also wearing cloth.
They're going to go after the luck of the roll. They're going to go after the third one's going to go after the security officer again.
Going after you.
Oof, that was that was one hit you. Probably I'm going to say hit you right in your off shoulder, and you're going to take 3 more points of stress for that. 3 more points of damage.
Okay. Not to myself.
Well, you're the security. You're chief security officer. You want to keep everybody. You want to protect everybody. I wanted you to all know that the peon guys, the Romulan Ulans is what they're called, are what you would call a minor NPC, and they get no edge or effects or anything. They get nothing. And I rolled a 5, a 6, and a 6, and I would have. Man, that's rough. Those were good. I've been like, he's pumping all his determination into that, but he doesn't get any because he's. All right, top of the order. Back to you all. Security officer, you going first again?
Oh yeah, I'm taking this down.
All right,
Wait, you hit me.
The third one.
Where's the head guys?
He's using them as meat shields. He's not even shooting at you all yet.
Got a dice in there, by the way.
In your dice tray. Hey, your phaser's crazy go nuts. What's yours?
Mine, it's
6 or 7.
It's a Type 2, 5.
It's 5. I thought yours was higher for some reason.
No, I think it's based off.
Because mine's 5 too, and I
Yeah.
have 1.
All right, let me
Phaser 1.
No, I know.
let me see your stats. 'Cause it might be stat based.
That's where. Okay. Good.
I just
one of my-
grabbed another one.
Dude,
I
you're fine. I
have
was
3.
like, I had 8 over here. I'm
Oh
not losing my mind.
What happened? Were you looking at the wrong one?
no. The Type 1. The big difference in this game is it's hidden.
The Type 1 is this.
Yeah, it's the
The
smallest.
Type 2 is actually looks like a pistol.
It's essentially it's like the little derringer that comes out of your cuff
Oh,
or
cute.
whatever. Yeah.
And then the Type 3, which is what the security officer is using, is a
No.
rifle.
No, she has Type 2.
Is Type 2? Oh, she just has more damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are using actual gun-looking ones, and the Type 1s are the ones that
It looked like a
Looks like
garage door opener to me.
a TV remote or something. Yeah.
An ergonomic mouse.
Okay.
What'd you get? Tell me what you got.
I got 7 successes.
Jeez, oh Pete. All right.
So I have 1, 2. So I have
So how many ones you got?
2.
All right, there's 2 points right there. How many 3s you got?
None.
I mean, how many 2s you got?
None.
No 2s.
No 2s.
So you got 2 1s.
Huh? I got
And no
one
3s
five.
no 3s or 4s.
No, I got
Okay.
1 5
All right.
and then 4 6s.
Jeez, oh Pete. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Are you using any determination that you have left? You have 1 point of determination
I
left.
do have 1 portrait.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
Okay. This guy takes a full-on phaser blast to the chest and falls over dead.
Bam! In your face!
No.
Coming for you, chief head person next.
Centurion.
That's what he said.
I'm
I
unconscious.
can't trash talk when I don't know what
She was a jock recruit.
Just yell "Kaplach."
what he said. Don't you?
Kapla. That's Klingon.
You had one job, just to do a little bit of research this week. That's all you had to do.
Sorry, I had other things on my mind.
You have failed as my teach.
Seeing one of his minions fall. Yeah, he's going to shoot at you. The head guy's going to shoot at you because you're in command. You're obviously barking out orders right now. Maybe if he can take you out, it'll make the others falter a little bit. So he's going to shoot his disruptor pistol at you. Ew. Well, okay.
Can I avoid it? Is that a ask or something?
That is, you can spend something on that.
I have a talent that improves
Okay.
that.
What do you? You have a talent that improves that.
It says whenever you, in italics, avoid an injury, the cost is decreased by 1.
Okay. Yeah. I think that goes with your determination. Do you have any determination left?
I do.
How much?
2.
It takes 2.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the chart right here.
Okay. So I just like casually move my head to the side.
Avoid suffering a single injury. That would be if he were going to do 5 or more to you in one shot.
Okay.
So that would put you in an injury, and you would go unconscious.
So only after we.
If he does 5, you're like, okay, I want to spend my 2 determination to avoid that injury, and I want to stay upright.
Okay.
So it would you pay it by suffering a complication. You can use a complication instead of your determination. So your phaser may blow up, something else may happen, more people may run up to join them or whatever. But you don't have to spend your determination on that. But it would be best to avoid the complication and spend determination on. Other factors may increase the cost further, may only be, but you would only have to, and it can only be used once per fight. So I'm saying with this, it doesn't reduce the damage done, but it would keep you upright in a fight.
Okay.
So you're not going down with this, you're just taking 4 damage.
So if it's just the 4 damage,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I wouldn't take a condition unless it was 5.
Nope. So if you take 5, David took 6. So that's why his character player is out, is stunned. If you took 5 or more, you would be stunned as well, unless you did that.
But I'm only determining to use this determination
after you find out, oh, that's going to stun me, so no, I want to avoid that injury.
Okay, so this is just 4 damage?
This is just 4 damage.
And if I avoided that injury, I wouldn't avoid the damage.
Right. You would just avoid being stunned.
Okay, so I'll keep my determination for this one?
Yep, you absolutely do.
Take the hit?
Yep.
Okay. I
also,
didn't know if I'd
and if your stress goes to 0, then you're considered stunned again.
Okay.
But I don't think anybody's really in danger of that right now. Okay, so he took his turn, and he's still hiding behind these little peons back there. But now that one of them's down, he is available. Put it that way. He does not have an extra meat shield. So who's next?
No. Oh no, I was just saying you would know because you said we could take him out. Wine, little dinner.
Oh,
it's like, yeah, you would know the wine.
Available.
The wine.
Oh, he's an open target. We'll put it that way.
I guess I'll shoot back at him.
Just go for it. Do it.
I'll yell, "Stand and deliver."
Good movie.
Yeah. For you were a bold deceiver. All right, 4 damage.
Boom. You actually get a headshot on this guy. He's out.
Yay.
Oh no.
How does he do 4 damage to get a headshot? I do.
Because he had 1 stress point left. I just went out of immersion. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
He had a lot. Let me put it that way. He's a leader in this for a reason. Yeah, good shot. Absolutely a good shot.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Whoever hit him the first time really loosened the pickle jar too.
I hit him
Oh, you hit him 2 times. Yeah. Never mind, it was you. Yeah, you take this guy out. Keep an initiative, or you want to let it go?
You have 3.
It costs 2.
Cost 2.
Oh,
You, yeah. Your medical officer can do it for free. So, who's next? Oh, I'm next. The 2 are going to look at each other, see their officers down, but they're going to keep firing because Romulans fight till the so at this point, they're going to go for the medical officer.
Okay.
They're going to shoot. Like if medical officer's down, can't bring anybody back. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
No, that was like that. I rolled like crap.
Oh, good.
I rolled 1, 2, and the rest were legitimately all 3s. So you take 2 points of stress. As one of them goes, and just hits you in the leg. Just a glancing blow in the thigh. Just, ow.
You got basically fabric.
Raised you.
Yep. You got basic
ruined
fabric.
my onesie.
Yes.
The fact that you
The medical
just
officer's
straight
like, "No,
face
my
is really
onesie."
impressive.
All right. It's your all's turn.
You want to keep the initiative?
Yeah.
Keep initiative.
Well, I feel like I need.
Nah,
Then,
take him out first.
yeah, take him out. Then we can do the healing.
Okay.
I mean, if this was D&D, I'd be like, yes, please heal me, because then you
Please
can
heal
use your
me.
bonus action, but...
5 points of damage.
Oh my gosh, to which one? 1 or 2?
1.
All right, he's still up, but he is not looking healthy either.
And then your turn.
Yep. Keeping that initiative.
Well, sorry,
Yeah, it would be 1 point, and you can spend a determination to make it an extra.
I'll spend.
Okay.
I'll hit number 2 again.
Number 2, he looks rough. Not yet. He's still standing, but on wobbly legs. All right. Number 3 is going to actually, just because he's going to shoot back at you.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been shot at yet, I don't think.
Good shot.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Excuse me.
I grazed him.
You probably shouldn't have said that. You're actually going to take 3 points of damage for that one because he levels and hits you in the side, right in the ribs with a disruptor blast. All right. Top of the order. Back to you. Wow. Really?
7 of them.
Oh, that's true. You have tiny hands too.
And I do have tiny hands. Eight points of damage.
What? To which one? 1 or 2? Or 2 or 3?
2.
I mean, 1 or 2. Sorry, 1 or 2.
1.
2. 1? All right, yeah, he's dead. Either one of them would have been dead, so we're just going to pick number 1. I'm sorry.
1 or 2. No,
I'm
2
marking
or 3.
people out.
No, 1 or 3. Which one?
You're making fun of your GM, right?
I am not. I'm making
All right.
fun of the Romulan.
There's
They
one
keep
still
popping up like
standing,
whack-a-mole.
and he's just going to leave this to chance. Sorry, medical officer, he's coming for you.
Okay.
He don't want you to heal anybody. Oof. You're going to take 4 more points
Okay.
of stress. All right. My first officer, what are you going to do?
Is he still up?
One of them is still up.
All right.
Pop off. Okay.
I'm going to use my guerrilla tactics to do like a little forward roll, in the hallway, get up in the next doorway, and
All right, go for it.
my little alcove shot. 4 damage.
Oh man, the roll is impressive. You do the forward roll and you come up and you Riker over the dead body, and
It takes me a second to stand up after that because it's all really tight.
and you're like, oh my back,
Well, these things really wedgy.
and you hit him center mass and he goes down.
Oh.
So you all now know that Romulans are definitely on this ship, and something has gone severely wrong. The leadership is dead, and the ones that were going to escape are dead. So that leads you to believe that there might be, according to the message that you received, only one person remaining here. So now you're on your way to cartography.
Well, I mean, what about I'm not moving yet.
Yeah, can
But
I
I
go
was going to say I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
wait,
So
how
now
much
you have cleared the room. Sorry, what were you saying?
Go ahead.
The room is cleared. You look around. There's no more. Would you like to make a roll for that?
Yes. Just.
Let me look at your.
I think it's technically
You're going to be looking
daring
at
plus medicine. First
insight.
Aid.
Oh, what is it?
First aid. A daring plus medicine.
Okay.
Task difficulty 1.
Do
Oh
it.
no! Well, success means the injured character is stabilized but remains incapacitated, so that's not right.
So insight plus medicine.
Insight plus medicine.
So you need a 16 or lower.
Medical officer, get them back on their feet.
All right.
It's a nat 1.
So that's 2
Yay!
successes. All you needed was 1. You get a point back in your pool.
Oh no, it's
I
just
know, right?
1.
Well, a natural 1 counts as 2.
Oh. Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
So we get just one.
1 point back.
And how much?
Oh, well, how many rolls, or what did you get on your other die?
19.
19. No.
Yeah,
So
no.
you get 1 point back. You're up.
Okay.
Roll that d6 for him.
Yeah, I was gonna say how many stress.
Roll you roll a d6.
2.
That's okay.
Do I get any more if she keeps doing it?
You know what?
Yeah, can I do it for
Yeah,
First press,
I
everybody.
had
For her,
6
for
and
me.
1 hit.
you can do it for as many people as you want.
I had 6, but I saw like
But
7.
I will say this: if you want to wait just a moment and search a little more and get to a safe spot, into a room that you have, like the cartography room,
Mm-hmm.
and know that there's no damage, you could probably roll a little better in there.
Okay.
Not roll, but you can examine a little with a little less stress than being
Okay.
out in an open hallway.
Speaking of rolling,
is
I
this thing called
tactical
stress?
roll
Back to them.
up to the
Oh.
the Romulans, and I'm keeping an eye around the corners.
Okay.
Doors
I
and
would-
corners.
Curious.
Because of your guerrilla tactics,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a point of determination for that because it made me giggle.
Okay.
With me being up again,
Mhm.
with my little tiny garage door opener,
Yep.
can I? What was it? Can I
Just
put
gonna
it?
start shooting one.
No, I mean like can I put it up to the highest setting so that there's nothing but a burn mark out like silhouette of him, just of all of them, so that they just
Sure.
there's no bodies left.
Yeah.
So that what was it? So there it's less noticeable.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Fire.
You know what? I'm going to give you a point of determination for that too, just because.
Okay.
That would have worked for you or the security officer, just because of the bloodlust of it, I guess.
I mean, for me, it was just more like, oh, well, I mean, honestly, in my mind, I'm like, you should be like not even embers anymore. But
Yeah.
realistically, for the game part, is just, hey, no bodies, no idea
bodies.
what happened to the Centurion. I don't know.
Mhm. I don't know, and they're just
There
standing
is
in the
no
middle of the
war.
scorch mark on the floor. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah,
Would have done the same with the Cardassian scum.
fair.
From here, you can make it to several different places. You can make it to engineering. It's just going down the proper hallway, going down that tube, the ladder, or going up, or wherever you need to go. You can make it, of course, to the map room, stellar cartography. You can make it to sick bay, which is another place you could heal.
Yeah.
Or you can make it to the bridge and captain's ready room. So the captain's ready room is a separate room for the captain.
I would like a room to heal everyone.
And then
Bridge.
By the way, are your
Yes.
weapons better than what we have right now?
no, they're on the same as par with yours.
The commander?
Yep. There's just their lowest starts at your all's lowest as well.
So I'm saying this. Well, yeah, but search the bodies like or
yeah.
card or.
Well, you already had one person already phase them into dust.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Scorch
There wouldn't
marks.
be anything anyway. That's not how it works.
They were just
Yeah,
one team.
there's no. Yeah, everything would be done with
They don't leave
something electronic.
dog tags or
They don't.
anything.
Yeah. They don't even have the
Com badge.
the comm badge that you all have, which the comm badge in here will work, but within just a small range because of the interference that subspace interference that you're all experiencing here. So short range communications, yes, but that's about it. Within sight, basically.
Bones. Get everybody ambulatory. Going to the med kit.
You want
Can't
a
do
med
a
bay?
Scottish accent. I've been like, aye, Captain. But,
That-
I
well,
thought
that's
we were gonna
Scotty.
start with cartography.
I
He
know.
was the
Oh,
engineer.
that's right. Well,
Bones was just, damn it, Jim.
oh yeah.
I'm a doctor, not a forklift.
And a doctor insert.
Yeah, insert. I'm not a
like-
whatever. Yeah. He actually said forklift one time. All right, you're going to sick bay.
Yeah, we'll get
All
us
right.
we can hold up in sick bay if we need to.
All right. You take that detour to sick bay, down just the same corridor that you would go to, but obviously you see the clear doors that open up, and once you walk into sick bay to start treating others and yourself, you see the bodies of Starfleet officers that fill the biobeds. Each shows signs of injury sustained in combat against the Romulans. Ship's chief medical officer is slumped in his chair. He's been killed by a disruptor blast to the chest. So these are, if not, they are unconscious, if not already dead, officers in these beds, but the medical officer has been killed. He was treating the injured.
I sweep,
Um,
looking for hidden enemies.
okay.
You should.
I'm leading by example.
He's doing somersaults on the ground, like.
And you're
Both
just
of you
like,
can sweep the room.
I'm taking my job.
Leading by example.
I'm supposed to be leading by example.
I'll give you both a point of determination.
I'm fully determined at this
you're
point.
fully determined. So
Can I remove stress with all this amazing determination?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna start looking for all the medical equipment, the extra medical equipment.
Perfect.
Healing.
I'll try to see if I can lock it temporarily.
Very good. Okay. You can also, while you're doing this, determine that unlike the other systems, these aren't locked out. The computer system, monitoring devices, and other medical equipment are all offline. But they're not locked out and rerouted to rerouted engineering, which means they can be restored as well. So to lock it and restore power, I would need a reason plus engineering task. And look at your foci.
I'm going to, as part of that, I'm going to give you a directive to see if you can get the spot-to-spot transporter operational in the med bay.
Ooh, that is
okay.
right, yeah.
So I'm going to raise it to a, with that, I have to raise it up in difficulty.
Okay, he does get to re-roll.
I have warp
Uh-huh.
drive and
One.
power system.
Yeah. So you need I'm doing this a difficulty of 2. So if you want to roll a third D20, you have how many momentum points?
We have 4.
So you can spend a momentum point and get an extra D20 if you so choose and roll 3 of them. Because you're going to need 2 successes.
And you may re-roll one of them.
And you may re-roll one of them.
Roll 3. Maybe
You have a focus.
power system. It's warp.
So yeah, all of your successes would count as 2 then.
Nice.
Hey. I think that's a nat 1, isn't it?
That one, that's 2 successes.
7? No, never mind, 7.
2 successes.
Every roll 1.
Okay.
Oh, 16. Never mind. It's all.
So you rolled 2 and you got 2.
No, all of them are good.
All right. So did you roll 2 D20s or 3?
3.
Okay. So you spend a point of momentum, but you needed 2 successes, so you actually get 4 back
Okay, so we're at full.
4.
because he got 6 successes. All right.
I thought we're.
You are able to restore power. Unfortunately, subspace interference, you can get them working, but they don't work properly. You would be taking a huge risk even using them inside the ship.
You can use it. It's just like Luke 5.
Yeah, you may not come back.
Turn inside out like a weird pig.
Just
Come
not
back
sure
with
if
your
you're getting,
legs where your arms should be and your arms where your legs should be.
Think about what you value
My last word
first,
will be a
right?
squelch.
Galaxy Quest.
You can't guarantee a whole body transport.
Yeah.
Something will transport.
All right.
Okay, just back me up in the buffer.
I want you, since you're here in the med bay, you're going to roll computers and medicine.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is computer.
What is?
Well, it says computers and medicine, but
I see just.
I'm
medicine.
sorry, you're going to roll insight and medicine.
Okay, I was like.
And what I meant to tell you was that you're going to get assisted by the ship.
Oh.
Because the computers are up. It's going to roll computers and medicine to assist you.
Got it.
Help computer.
So the USS, yeah, that one.
Squiggle fits.
The USS Squiggle Fits.
Well, that's 2 successes on my part.
Computers is 9 and medicine is 2, so 11. It got 2 successes as well. So I'm going to say everybody gets back however many you roll, right?
5.
There you go.
5. Stress.
Yay, back to full. You got hit once.
I had 6, but I had like 8 more.
I figured
You
you
can
were
handle
really
a lot of
tanky.
stress.
Yeah, I
You
figured
can
that.
handle a lot of stress.
Everybody's really feeling much better now. Thankfully, the con officer is feeling much better now and is awake. And I'm going to say, as you all regain your your stress or take stress away and get your bearings, this would probably be a good time to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Right.
schedule for 2 weeks from, or a week from Saturday. That's what Cody put. So we're playing this for a public game, by the way, at Multiverse. And he on the ad for it, he said set phasers to fun, and so we're playing this. Yeah. So I have a whole different thing for it and all that. And I was like, that was brilliant, Cody. He's like, oh, you're the only one that's noticed it. I was like, it was amazing. So anyway, all right, everyone is feeling better. You are essentially healed up. Woohoo! As much as you can right now. What are y'all doing from here?
Are we still going to stealth? Yeah,
you're still in the
stellar cartography is next on our list.
Stellar cartography.
Oh, should we? You said there was potentially some people that were just unconscious.
Yeah, you said that.
They are. If you take them off the medical equipment right now, they're not going to make it.
Oh.
Yeah, they are. They're hurt. They are being kept alive.
Could I fix them?
It's going to take a lot more than what you got right now.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a medical bay, a fully functional medical bay. And honestly, you all restoring power saved their lives. I have to say that. I was going to tell you that anyway, because they were on the decline from not having any power to it. So the Romulans had cut power to everything, and they were being kept, alive, and they were essentially going to die soon if you all didn't. But now they're not getting much better, but they're stabilized for the most part, or getting there. But if you want to figure out what's happening or how to fix things or whatever you want to do, probably should leave them be right now, and then have a team come over and extract them to your all's larger medical bay.
We have to go to the bridge to go back to Arctic. Like Romulans, survivors.
We might be able to anywhere. Honestly,
can we fit from?
I mean,
I was gonna try to.
You can
try. Like a light on the outside of the ship.
It's
any light I can control.
Not from the medical bay. It's going to be the bridge or engineering that you can.
Okay.
Stellar cartography, though, is where we're going next.
Can I get another determination?
Since you are asking about it, yeah, I'll give you one. Because that's definitely role play. It's living up to your character. Absolutely, yes.
That I can
do. Yeah,
fair.
That's very fair.
Are there any compounds you could whip up that'll knock out Romulans?
Jam? Are you asking about jam?
Oh wait, it would.
This is the wrong game.
It would work on whatever you did would also affect you. Technically speaking. Because genetically, you're
similar.
Cousins.
We're not kissing though.
No.
Oh god.
In fact, if you suggest such a thing, that's banishment. Yeah.
Actually, as a final backup, would you like some form of anesthetic? Something that hey, you jam it into their leg and suddenly their leg will go numb. Or yep.
Are there any paralytics or anything else that might be useful?
You can find general anesthesia here. Nothing stronger than that. So, you'd have to actually cover their mouth and nose, almost like chloroform,
Is that in the hypospring?
Well, kind of like that. Never mind. I have to get into Star Trek world here. I'm also thinking D&D and everything else.
I mean, D&D would be like.
If you always just like garrot, I'm just going to choke them out.
So, does she find any that she'd be able to use?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to ask you to make a insight and medicine roll.
I passed both.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say you find 3 doses. The rest were used on the patients are in there to sedate them.
Okay. I'm gonna get the necessary equipment that would also be needed to.
Sure. Actually, it would just be like the face.
Oh, that works too.
Like a pin. Is that right?
I mean, yeah, basically, yeah. You put it in. Oh, it's dye. Oh god. I mean, it's supposed to be essentially like a tiny little needle that goes
Yeah.
out.
It's a Pez dispenser looking thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
I
no,
thought
but
it
the
was
eye
like
thing
a
just took me
like a
out. I was
spray.
like, what is
But no,
wrong
it's
with you?
No,
you have to jam him
Why not?
in the eye. Really? This is your first game with these people.
Okay, so you know the dentist, how they
You
have,
already-
they have the wand that
You
shoots the
already
water
become
out.
one
It's
mind
not-
with them.
It looks like that without
That's how
the
we know
hose
it's
That is
extension
true.
on it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
supposed to be. He suggested the eye, so it is supposed to. He is
There you go.
part of the group now.
Yay! Welcome.
I medicine.
Oh.
But stabbing.
Yeah,
Sorry, I've
gosh,
actually had a Shalazion and where they actually did put like a needle in my eye. Please don't.
Nope. Okay, we're going to the.
I think it
we're
will
going
best
to
if
stellar cartography.
All right,
someone gets stunned. You can...
easy enough to find. As you travel through the halls, they are eerily silent, other than the red emergency lights. There's nobody there to ambush you. You would
Keeping
see
my,
anybody, but you're
my
keeping your eye
phaser
out.
up and ready. I'm searching for hidden threats and dangers.
Okay, Charlie's Angel.
Again,
You
you're
make
still
your-
doing my job.
I literally have a talent.
God
Oh,
damn
wait,
it,
security
Captain! Stop
officer.
posing.
Security
You're
officer
ready.
stands
I'm
beside you and does
posting too.
this.
I'm doing it too.
Yep.
Love it.
As first officer, constant vigilance is my forte. So I am being vigilant. I'm glad
as you
though
all
that
make
you were following my example.
You're following my example.
I'm going to follow both y'all's examples.
This is why you make such a great.
Wait a minute, no. I'm going to make you follow my example. And go,
Ah.
the chair. No, as you make your way to the stellar cartography room, the door is half open, and inside you are able to see a young Starfleet engineer sitting at the controls. The star chart of known space flickers on the large, like a spherical screen, but soon the screen fills with static and then goes dark. And you hear, "Man, I almost had it that time." And he's talking to himself.
Help him out.
He sounds
And-
super smart.
And if y'all are approaching the room, he's going to turn around and look at you and goes, "Oh, you made it. I'm so glad you're here. You made it." And he's like excited to see you all. And he looks at you and goes, "I'm Ensign LaSalle. Listen, obviously," and he looks at some of your all's clothes. He's like, "So you know what's happening, obviously.
Mhm.
Did you all make contact? Like, I suppose you have, because I see a few of you. Are you all okay?
They are now.
Oh, you are now? Okay, okay.
Are you okay?
Well, yeah,
How are you okay?
I hid in here. We were running. I wanted to get the quickest route out of here, so I was charged to go here and find the star charts, and I can't pull anything up more than what you just saw. So yeah, when I attempted to go back, everybody was dead. Not proud of being the last one alive, but I am. I'm the last one.
Do you think that our air can help you out and answer more of our questions?
I would really need to restore the systems in the stellar cartography before we do anything else. There's somebody working with the Romulans. And if I figure also, getting out of here, I might be able, if I can reroute the power, or, get power in here, pull it up longer than a few seconds, then I might be able to find who's working with it. I don't know, but we can try. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. So first we need to bypass the lockout. So the Romulans, they have main engineering right now. They've taken it over. They locked out all the systems, and I really need help to override. You're an engineer. Okay, so we need to attempt to override the lockout, and then we can reroute the power back to here, and then we can actually pull up the charts here and see what we can find out. So, and he looks at you, and y'all start talking science to one another.
Science.
Star Trek Technobabble.
Y'all just hear blah 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 blah. Science,
Yes.
computers, industry. I don't know.
Cycle of power couplings.
So why don't you go ahead and make a control plus engineering task roll for me? But this is going to be a difficulty of 3.
I still don't understand.
So that you need 3 successes So you can actually, you all have full. You're full right now. You have full. Your point pool is full, so you can actually, if you can ask if they mind if you draw one out of the pool to roll a third d20 to see if you can get those 3 successes.
Would I be able to give him another boost again with the jerry rig?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So you can roll. You roll that one.
Okay.
So the two of them are at 2 different consoles.
Sure.
I'm going to direct. So I'm going to roll a skill check, command, discipline.
Okay.
And I got a 1. So he'll be able to re-roll one of his d20s. But the task I want to direct to him is, yeah, I want you to get control back to engineering, but I want it at your console. Just your.
So control plus engineering, what is that? Let me actually look. 13? Okay. So you need to roll 13 or lower, and you need 3 successes.
And I have 2 successes.
Okay. You already have 2.
I only have 2.
So you have 4 successes now.
Yeah.
And you actually put one of the points back in because you needed 3 to pass. So as you all are tapping on the and apply some wires and get everything else, you discover that you have bypassed the lockout, but now you need to restore power. So I need one more roll from you. I need a reason and engineering task, and it's going to be also a difficulty of 3 because you're trying to siphon power from auxiliary backups.
This again? Something?
Huh? So you have to roll, reason and engineering. Mm-hmm.
I can have an addition.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. Yeah.
And would I?
You can help again.
Okay, all right.
You need a 16 or lower, and you would probably use a. Which ones are you using?
I use them.
Actually, just go with 16.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 1 success.
1 success. You're great. Yeah. So you're still full on momentum points, and as you the last tap of the button, the systems in the stellar cartography room, they come to life. Everything lights up, and you watch as Ensign LaSalle eagerly inputs coordinates. He leans over you and starts putting in coordinates for you. And the location lights up on the star chart. And LaSalle just looks at it and goes, whoa. And he's just like in appreciation. And he goes, now that's unexpected. And you notice that the signal the Decius received came from Klingon Armored Space Station. And it's called Kortar. And the station straddles the edge of the Klingon Empire and unexplored space. It seems like the Romulans and the Klingons might be working together.
Very unusual.
Oh.
They're mortal enemies. The Klingon would kill a Romulan on sight.
That's why it's unexpected.
Okay.
That's why he said, well, that was unexpected.
Oh. What is it? What? The dual car sisters?
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that, as growing up, I was like, why am I attracted to these 2 women?
Oh.
Like, I don't know why. Something is wrong with them or me.
I mean, as a gay man, not have experience that. Hey!
Okay. He looks at you all and goes, wow, this is a weird turn of events, so I don't have a clue what's... Okay. So you all, where else have you all been so far? That's what LaSalle's asking you.
Actually, first question: did you open the shuttle bay doors?
Yes, I did actually.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that one.
I'm the one that let you all in because I saw your ship.
I wanted to check what else.
From a porthole? I don't. won't say a window.
I mean, they have windows.
But yeah, true. What is it?
I wanted to check what else access.
Not much. You routed it enough. I mean, like you just get star charts.
I was gonna say there's no video feed to the bridge or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Any different security?
If you did have comms, you could only reach inside the ship. Do what?
Is there any of this?
Not in here. So you can actually, there are several different places you can go from here as well. You can go to the bridge in the captain's ready room, which I think you would know. You can actually access the captain's logs from there. You've already been to sick bay. You're in the stellar cartography room. And he looks at you all and goes, if we want to take control of this ship, got to take over engineering where they are. I don't know. I mean,
By the way, what is
there was a lot.
the race of this guy that was
Human. Sorry, human.
You have a red shirt.
He actually has a gold shirt.
Question:
But he's still alive.
as a backup option, what about scuttling the ship?
And he kind of looks sad at that option, but he's like, we could do that.
I mean, that's ideally we take control, but as a
We
backup
could go
option.
to the bridge, and if we can get some sort of power to the bridge and lower the shields, we can make it off. It could fire on it.
You like a fire.
You are like the medical officer, but already like your inner like murder hobo is like,
It sounds like so much fun.
do it.
The presence of the Romulans.
He's about to
changes a
vibrate
lot.
out of that. So he's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, it might.
I
I
should have
feel like it
chosen
might
the
be more.
security engineer, the security officer.
Just stay quiet.
We're not a commando squad
Or kill.
or anything like that. We are here more to provide relief. So I feel like it might be beneficial to scuttle the ship.
It could be. At the same time, knowing the Romulans and their tactics, there's no telling what kind of information they. So first, you can get to the captain's logs. Make sure none of the sensitive codes or passphrases were taken. Then, decide if we need to scuttle the ship.
Are the commanding officers?
We're going to the ready room.
Dude, the what? Oh, the captain's ready room. Okay, okay. LaSalle looks at you. Instant LaSalle is like, okay, I will stay here. But whenever you're ready to go, I will lead you in. And he walks over to like a hatch, and it's actually an emergency hatch. It has a Jeffries tube. He's like, this will lead us to a turbo shaft that they don't know about. I mean, like they won't think to look there. They don't know about this emergency exit. And we can actually access engineering from there.
Okay.
And he's like, so, or I can come with you. I mean, I don't know. I'm not able to access anything. But
What's the state of this incident? Like his dress and his composure.
He is nervous, rattled, scared, but trying to maintain composure. To be as far as you can tell, he's trying to be as helpful as. And I don't say that to be like, ooh.
I was about
I'm
to
just
ask,
saying,
like, is there an insight item?
There
Yeah.
is
I don't
actually. There is.
There is. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna
There
roll-
is an insight, and I would think if anybody wanted to do it, it would be insight
And
command. So it's an open roll to anybody to roll insight and command.
I will roll.
Oh, not one.
Oh, okay, 2
Ooh.
successes.
Let me try the other one to see what.
Nothing. Okay.
1 success.
First officer gets 1 success. Engineer, chief engineer gets 1 success. You got 2.
I got 2.
You got 2. Okay. You're like, I got a broken finger.
Yeah.
No. Nothing for me to fix.
As far as you all can tell, I mean, like, and you can tell pretty well with the roles you got. He's just young, inexperienced, and like he is scared, but he's trying to do his job, what he was commissioned to do. And he genuinely, I would say, with the amount of successes you got, I will give you that he is genuinely upset that he is the one left. Like he's afraid, almost afraid, like people will be like, well, why did you hide? Like he didn't. He just did what he's told when he went back there. So he did hide after that.
Mind meld with him and have him reveal his secrets.
Working with the Romulans.
He's not Romulan. He's not. Yeah, he's not working with them that you know of. Yeah, and you all would know pretty well.
Is there a way to get up to the captain's quarters that does not involve
Same level?
Oh, okay.
You can just walk the halls.
We're on deck 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Weird place for cartography. But I mean...
Yeah, it's a small ship. Yeah.
No, I mean, if it's a over, that would make sense because it would be all within that one saucer. So
yeah.
The lower part is...
Actual engineering and secondary deck.
Yeah. Which is weird since I think we have to go through the warp nacelles in order...
You're going to bypass a lot of that through going the way he told you. You would know that because you're literally taking this emergency Jeffries tube into a turbo shaft. But the lift isn't there. You will just be using a ladder in the shaft.
Yep.
I want to applaud you all for not laughing. Times I said the word.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
I was going to laugh at Turbo.
All right. You all make your way to Captain's ready room. Eerily enough, they are all. I mean, it seemed like they sent out a search team probably, and that's what you all encountered. But there's nobody around, and it's just the red lights, and there's just sparks from things that have been hit by disruptor blasts and things like that every once in a while. But this ship is thoroughly trashed down some of the hallways where there was phaser and disruptor fire traded. But it looks kind of rough in here, but it's quiet. He did.
Up from the start.
Yeah. He's an engineer, ensign. Yeah. You make your way in, and the captain's ready room is actually small and cramped. But there are antique nautical instruments all throughout this room, and it gives it a sense of almost like stateliness. Like it's small, but it's nice. There's a sextant and a brass compass that rests on a pedestal near the window. There's a large wood and brass barometer that's hanging on the wall, and a celestial navigation globe that is sitting on his. And you could be able to read the captain's log if you can bypass the computer lockout at his. So everything is locked out, so you will need to start bypassing stuff. You can use control or reason plus engineering with a difficulty of 3 on this. Either control or reasoning, but you have to add engineering into it. And you do have a focus in this, so it will count. One success will count as 2.
I can't help with this. Looks like
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
I was looking at your sheet just now. Every once in a while I'll peek over your old sheets because I've got them too. You got a 4?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 4 successes? Absolutely. Yeah. They've been heavily damaged, you can tell, and there's a lot of files corrupted, but you are able to access 2 of the captain's logs. And if you read them, I figure y'all want to read them. One of them actually says, the project failed. As soon as we engaged the warp drive, all hell broke loose. Systems are down all over the ship. We're trapped in a localized subspace interference field of our own making. Communications can't penetrate the interference. We're helpless. We're helpless out here on our own until my chief engineer and these theoretical boys from Utopia Planitia Fleet Yards can fix the problem. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it, I was like, I know how to say this, but it's not in my head. And then the next one that you can pull up says, we've been boarded by the Romulans. There's something strange about their sub-commander. He's different somehow. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. Those are the last 2 that you access. All of you.
Would that be the sub-commander that
There's he wasn't even a sub commander. There was a commander over him. He was a centurion.
All right. Is there any other? Are there any security codes that we could lift from here to gain more access?
Unfortunately, not. But there is the door to the bridge right there, and you can pop open the wall and crank open the door.
All right. I'll start priming and manually cranking the door. I'll just pop it a crack so we can look into the bridge first.
I like that. The bridge, as you peek in, the bridge is empty. The view screen is awash with static. The ops, con, science, and tactical stations are all offline. You can see that from here. And whoever accessed the system here is long gone, and the Romulans have locked out control. So you all would know that the one that accessed the system is actually in the. He didn't do it from there. He did it from the bridge, and he ran back here to hole up for a while, or back to the map room.
All right.
I'll find out how the wrong somebody would have let.
Is there some sort of code you would
If
punch
there's
in
a
to open up
some
the?
space in
They had to have docked.
Although,
there's some record.
yeah, and it's also a question of how the Romulans knew that they were dead in the water.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially if they couldn't communicate.
well,
Well, if they sabotaged.
So you could kind of think of it like subspace disturbance can act like a beacon. It's like sometimes if you're trying to find something, it's like you're trying to find where's Waldo, right? You know, you're looking around.
I do not know this reference.
Oh, this you've never seen Waldo? What? He's an amazing hero from Earth history.
He's amazing. He's like Kevin Bacon.
He's definitely.
That was really good.
Oh, did you start watching it?
Yeah. On the what's it called again?
Which one?
Bondsman. He plays a bounty hunter who is now.
There is
Kevin Bacon. Yeah, there is a Where's Waldo show in there. But Kevin Bacon plays a bondsman, bail bondsman, who actually has to hunt demons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
He has
Sounds like too much work.
Huh?
Sounds like too much work.
Too much work for Kevin Bacon.
He actually, it's funny because he says that. He's like, nah, I'm good hunting people. And they're like, no, you have to. And he's like,
I really don't want to.
Well, no, this MacGuffin is making me do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give anything away, so.
That's good because I want to watch it.
Well, like you said, is there any way to access videos? Or
Yeah,
logs
you
or...
would have to reroute some power here and unlock the systems, which is another difficulty roll of 3.
And I was gonna say I can help this
Yeah,
now.
you can help with one. Yeah, well, you can help with both of them actually. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna stand and watch the entrance to the bridge
Okay.
as we're doing this.
Your little garage door opener.
Yeah, I'm like,
What is
It's going to be the same thing as you rolled in the. Yes, actually, bypassing would be control and engineering.
What's that total for you?
That's bypassing the lockout.
You have 1 success for me.
Okay.
Good lord.
Oh,
okay.
because you can double it with the.
No, I did get a momentum, so it's gonna go back to 6.
Yeah.
I figured it's always worth it.
Absolutely. Now to reroute power here, I need a reason in engineering.
And then now I have a tap potential. So I'm rolling 3.
Okay, so you don't have to spend momentum on this.
And +1 again for me.
Okay, not only do you not lock it out, you lock them out of the lockout here. And not only do you reroute power, it actually, the replicators are back and you can just get some tea if you want.
Oh, lovely.
Earl Grey.
I was about to say Earl Grey hot.
Wine.
Oh yeah, there you go, wine.
Chardonnay. Chill.
Actually, you find that is it called food replicators?
Yeah.
The replicators don't It leaves wine with almost like a slight chemical taste. You prefer the real thing.
A lot of people feel that way.
Because you are a wine snob.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a connoisseur, a wine snob.
I was.
Yes.
Is that a wine snob? I think I just.
No, you would literally, it would just say.
I'm partial to Cleon blood wine myself.
On blood wine. It's made with real
I'm
blood.
gonna try to fix this and maybe make it better.
Also, bloodworms.
Make the wine better.
Oh God, they
I
have to be
will
live.
spend some rolls.
They
to
just
it,
they
prove
eat
the
You
wine.
might not want to do that right now because the Romulans might come up. What are you?
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
Slurping on bloodworms.
By that time, you're going to be soused, and you're not going to be able to do anything.
No, we're good.
At that point,
I'll
you're
make
just
it
shooting
taste
everybody
better.
else, not the Romulans.
Make it taste better.
All right.
Oh.
Well, it's funny because they have like synthol.
Yes.
So it's like no one you can drink as much as you want
Yeah.
on duty, but no one gets drunk.
Yeah.
So that's why Romulan wine is like really prized because it's actually
Actually
good
wine.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's
It's-
why
I
you
think
always
it's
see
more like-
commanders and officers. When they come off the bridge, they just go straight to the bar in these, and they just sit and drink.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, don't kill any of the Romulans. Have one out first.
Well,
We need to loot
We will
them.
definitely check that first.
That's important.
also
Very important.
revisiting the scuttle potential part, which I mean, you can get them off
Oh
the
no, we're
corpse.
gonna go attack these.
Well, if we now have access, are the command consoles in the bridge back to us?
Well,
Can we
with
lock them
7
down?
successes, he has restored power to the bridge
Okay.
and unlocked everything.
Can I lock them down?
You already did.
Oh, so they're
Yeah,
locked
because you
down
got
too.
you needed 3 and you got 7. So yeah, I'm going to give you all kinds of
Full
stuff for
control
that.
here.
I tap my security officer. All right, let's initiate a silent countdown.
Yay.
We're going to set a silent self-destruct countdown,
Okay.
and we're going to let's say
Can
because
we
it takes
do out
2
of it?
people to key
No.
it.
So I want
We
you
can
both-
remotely deactivate it if
Don't
we
we
need
need
to.
to go back and get you?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
we can
Chief
honestly set the
security, first
timer for 5
officer.
hours. You know, we can set it for 5 days, whatever.
I want both of you all to roll control and security rolls to initiate this.
I can't help, unfortunately.
Security.
I mean, that was
Nice. 2 successes for me.
You have a focus in guerrilla tactics,
I do.
so that's actually 4 successes for you
Cool.
because this is not a Starfleet tactic.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna rig it to a dead man on
Yeah.
my.
This is definitely
combat.
guerrilla. Yeah, this is not.
No, I'm trying to make it so that if I'm the last one standing and then I die, then everybody.
So that's squad tactics and starship security. Do I get a focus?
In the same vein, though, if they target you first, everybody dies anyway. What is it?
I have squad tactics, starship, and security. Does that work?
I would say internal security would work.
Alright, so then 1 success and
good. 2 successes.
So 2 successes. Okay. So you had 4 and you had 1. You actually needed 10. No, I'm kidding. You nailed it. You only needed 3. That would be rude of me.
And you're like, can you eat?
I don't know.
It's
Jim got
possible.
7 out of
if we had
True.
spent
Yeah.
like
You spend
all
a lot of
these
your
Yeah.
and-
So
and
you
then
can
you're
initially get 1, 2, 3. You can get 3 extra die on top of your 2, so you can roll 5. And if you have a focus and you succeed on all 5 of them, that's 10.
Okay.
Because it's technically possible.
Technically possible. I don't think I'd ever, unless you were just trying to blow up an entire planet, I wouldn't put anything at a 10. I saw your eye sparkle there.
I was like,
What if you tried to use a Genesis device on a planet?
Yeah, there you go.
Then you're just completely evil.
Is that just a 0?
That's just
like
a
you
0.
Succeed,
Yeah.
you die in the process. Is that what?
you just like start launching
All right.
shit towards
Are you going to make, actually, you can access some security files. They are corrupted, unfortunately. So you see the battle through staticky, people falling, people getting injured and being drugged to sick bay. You don't really actually see how they got aboard.
I'm using my tricorder to just, I guess, download as much data as possible just for Encryption later.
Give yourself a
Termination?
I almost said desperation for some reason.
I mean, sure.
Point of desperation. What? The termination point. I like that. Okay. All right. Y'all gonna go back to LaSalle, or what do you want to do?
Yes.
Like, you can access things, but most of the data has been corrupted. Probably because of the lockout and the things that they started to do.
And there's no current access to cameras or audio.
Yeah, they've. Well, yes, but not anything that would be of use because engineering is out.
Do they have any Type 3 phasers?
Laying around?
No, I mean like in the security.
No.
Belly. Okay.
This is a science vessel. This,
Oh.
yeah.
Can you
You don't
overclock
have
our
time to
phasers?
make them. I like where your mind is right now. I like this, but
When we fight the
Improve
Borg,
some
you
of
can
our
modulate
phasers,
all our
you know.
phaser arrays.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to do the Power Rangers move and combine all of our phasers into one.
Upgrade them. Take a vote.
I think that it's
Fine.
great that in that system they made that like
They did,
a
didn't they?
very
Yeah.
easy thing to do.
Happened to it. Actually.
Well, in Power Rangers, it happened.
Yeah.
I'm testing it.
Power Rangers and Star Trek crossed.
We don't want to talk about that. Like the time that
Doctor Who and Star Trek crossed. Comic books.
I'm going to say it.
Oh, I was like,
Not a Doctor Who fan.
Oh, I am. You don't
I
have
mean,
to be.
I am to a point, and then a lot of the rabid fan base made me turn against it. Yeah, I'm talking to you all. Like rabid fans, not like fans. Like, I understand liking it, but they're like, somebody looked at me one time and said, Doctor Who could kick the crap out of Superman. I was like, first of all, we're adults. I don't care. Second of all, you're stupid. That's not going to happen.
We all know he wouldn't have to. All right, it would never
They would
be
just
a
get
need for him
along.
to kick the crap out of Superman.
Like, physically, no. Mentally, probably. Physically, no. Yeah, he would probably just be able to traumatize. What do we? Okay.
Yeah, I was
what
gonna
are
say,
y'all
like,
doing
where are
from
we
here?
going?
Oh, yes,
Jeez.
yes. Oh,
We're going to the Jeffries tube and the turbo shaft.
All right.
Wait, did we already get it?
We're on our way.
Oh,
Wait,
Okay.
are we?
we're gonna pick him up.
Yes, we're going to use the Jeffries tubes to get into engineering without being seen.
Aren't we? Don't
we
we
gotta
have a
go
like?
get Jews and
We have a countdown too?
we haven't
Yeah,
said it yet.
we can set it. Well,
I
We
have
can
the
set it for,
control.
like,
Can I set it up with my
August
own
time.
control? Remotely.
didn't you already bring down the shields?
I tell you what. I like what you just said. So
Have
you're
remote.
going to help them. So I want you to roll. I'm gonna look at your character real quick.
So I can have the control to whenever we.
I want you to roll.
leave
Leave and shoot
Control.
the ship.
because
And-
we're here to explore.
Captain,
Con.
why would you choose something so reckless?
No.
First off, I'm not the captain.
Control and engineering to see if you
Or
can
the
whip up
Lieutenant Commander, whatever you
a
are.
remote way to start this countdown for them.
Well, I am doing it. Apparently, I have medically incompetent theory. I can also use whenever I want.
Sure. Are you going to? Would you? Okay. I don't know how familiar you are with Star Trek.
No.
No. Okay. So everybody has what is
Com
it?
badge.
Com badge. Would you like to attach it to one of their com badges? Like take their com badge off, you whip up a little device where you can just go set countdown for
I'll set it
whatever.
up for him.
Okay. Security officer. You don't get the red button. Sorry.
Oh, rude. Well, give me a-
Mhm.
Giving it to the commanding officer.
Shax gets to eject the warp core.
I had 6.
That's what all the pips are.
Got really low numbers.
There's literally a mechanic in here where she can override you.
I know.
I love it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
She wants
awesome.
to override.
Doctor's orders.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I think you
That's
guys
right.
are like, you didn't hear what we said though. We're setting the timer. No matter what happens, it will go off, but we'll have plenty of time to deactivate it
I'll
if
give
we
you the
need to.
secret. Oh, no, it's
She's
gonna
not
be
worried about
So,
that.
I want you to make the roll first. So I said I wanted you to roll.
Protocol.
I wanted you to roll control and engineering. Mm-hmm.
I already. I got 2.
Oh,
6,
yeah.
so-
Wow. Only time like you want to roll.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
good.
I got a that one.
it was a difficulty of 3. You now have control. You can
So I can just double tap it.
you can double tap it and deactivate it, or activate it.
Okay, so triple tap to go boom, double tap to turn on, single tap to turn off.
How long did you set the timer for? How long did y'all talk about setting the timer for?
I said 5 hours in it.
5 hours.
All right, there you go, 5 hours.
All right, triple tap it. Y'all have a 5-hour time limit now.
And it's silent, so it doesn't show up on the screen.
Whoa.
And a pause function.
There's 2 ways to do a self-destruct. One where it blares on every single panel all across the ship, and everyone is like, "Oh no, get out!" And then the silent method, which is, "Sorry, no one gets the heads up."
I think it, at least in the show, doesn't it like, it's been initiated. There will be the silent countdown. There will be no further notifications or something like that.
Yeah, you can set it to that. You can also set it to where there's no like takebacks.
I set up hours. It gives us a reminder.
Yeah. You can set an extra protocol.
So you all set it to a completely silent. No warnings, no
It's a protocol
silent
alert.
countdown has been initiated. No more. Yeah, they didn't even say that. Okay.
I made it like a little reminder.
Makes me think it's
Just
Star Trek
as-
Discovery, though,
yeah.
instead like where it's holographic.
All right. You all make your way back to stellar cartography, and Ensign LaSalle is waiting there. He's like, "Everything good?"
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, not everything.
What's not good?
I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there it is.
I need
And he
to
looks utterly confused at this. He's like, "Why would you?"
No, you gotta lose him.
He looks over to the first officer and goes, "I have a problem."
No, he's been successful all day so far. I don't
It's
care
very
what he
true.
does.
I don't think you rolled one fail.
It's been 4 lifetimes, so, working on that. So I need a little bit of help.
All right.
He has this amazing knack to solve every engineering problem
Helps better.
within 1 hour, when originally he told me 3.
Hey,
Okay?
yep, there you go.
For some reason, I like to trust that.
And your promise
So-
overperform?
Ensign LaSalle just Ensign LaSalle just looks at you and goes, "Okay," and he pulls open that hatch again, and he's like, and it's just a small, just a ladder, small hatch with a ladder, and it takes you. He just clambers down it real quick. He's like, "Okay, follow me." You go shut it and run? Is that what you just said?
I was thinking after he
That's
goes
gonna keep you
down.
out of. You get kicked out of Starfleet for that one.
I was like, he's making a reckless choice. Shut it. They're like, we're all leaving.
Yeah, actually, that is logical. There you go.
Yeah.
And you are very logical.
That's it. Pulls the handle off. Is
You're
like,
like,
Goodbye.
let's roll.
All right.
No.
So it's just me in the tube with the ensign.
Oh, you went into the.
Okay, you win.
You left your first officer in the tube.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're really doing that.
no,
Okay.
no. I'm just
So
eating
everybody
all the
walks-
fun I could have.
It's okay.
The ladder actually leads you
Next
to.
time you saw me, I'd be crawling out with oil and blood all over me. Some of it blue, some of it green. Doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, I got a necktie from the 1980s tied around my head. Yeah.
The cramped room, but he also goes over. He's kind of hunched down over, and he hits the side of the wall like you did, and he starts cranking a manual door open, and the door, and it looks, when you look around, this is a maintenance, like a maintenance tunnel kind of. That's why it's so small and cramped. And he opens up, and right there is a turbo shaft. And he opens up the door. It is a manual entrance into that, and off to the right, it's just a metal ladder. Like, if we follow this down, it'll put us out, and we can manually open the door to engineering, and there it is.
All right, go first.
Oh, he'll go first. Yeah, he's with you guys, so
He knows the way.
yeah. Well, I mean, the way is just down, so he starts climbing down the ladder. But I need you all to, if you are going to climb down the ladder with him, to roll control and fitness for me. And no, you may not help one another. You just have to make it on your own. And it has a difficulty of 1. This is also going to have a succeed at cost rule. So if you fail, it doesn't mean you fall. It doesn't mean you completely fail, but you do fail. You do succeed at a cost.
1 success.
1 success, you're fine. Christy?
2 successes and 1 was a 1.
Perfect. So 3 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Oh, yep.
Yep. 2 successes. 2 successes. All right. That's good because at a cost you would have dropped a phaser and it would have hit the ground and been inoperable, or a medical tricorder. Or you made it to the bottom and you slipped along the way and twisted your ankle, something like that. That's, even if you fail, you still succeed, but it comes at a cost. So that's what success at a cost is, which is actually, I like that mechanic. Sorry. Now at the bottom of the turbo shaft, there's a half open door, and it's already been opened. It seems like they've already opened it and kind of scanned around in here before. And Ensign LaSalle looks at it and goes,
What?
huh? And he just goes, and starts climbing back.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, I guess like triple tap or double tap.
If you look through the half-open door, it reveals a corridor where 2 Romulans stand guard outside the main engineering room. Let me see something real quick.
I gesture towards you.
Well, actually, yeah.
I was thinking anesthesia, but you know that works too.
I was
So
gonna lean out and get them both.
knock their heads together.
Well, I mean, like, technically the Vulcan death grip or neck pinch, you can do it to one person. So if you want to knock the other one out, I'll let you both roll on it.
Okay.
I have a thing that I can split my.
Yeah, this is, I'm going to give you all this tiny, tiny map that nobody else can see. See? So I will tell you when to unfold it.
Unfold your adventure.
All right. So basically, this is where you all are, peering through here. They're out here.
Oh.
So you technically you might be able to sneak up or rush them, because they are just kind of talking to one another. That's why I'm saying maybe that's a really good idea. And if you're not full, go ahead and give yourselves a point of determination for it. But you are also kind of far away from them.
There's no shafts or anything.
There are 2 doorways, this way and this way. You got a long way to get to
I
them.
was like, but there's no gate.
No, fortunately not.
I have.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're here.
Oh, my bad.
It doesn't tell you. So I'm just going to say that you're here.
But what about your being a symbiote?
Oh, can I be like a rogue in one of my past life, and I have
A rogue in your past life.
a
I
stealth
cannot
ability?
escape from D&D.
Yeah.
I used to be an assassin.
I used to be an assassin in one of my lives,
So you took an arrow to the knee?
so it's gonna be an additional focus.
I was an assassin, a ballerina, an accountant, and a former president / maybe prime minister. I can't really
I feel like
remember.
we just have one at a time, but
I
haven't
love
done-
where your head's at, and I like that you're getting into your character, but I don't know if I can actually allow that.
I've learned how to. Same thing, but different.
Okay, question.
I can have a special focus.
So back on this
I'm good at
assassin-
hand-to-hand combat. How about that?
So back on this assassin thing. Not really. So do we have a direct line of sight to them?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you're off to the left, off to their right. They're off to your left just there, but you're around the corner and you can see them.
Okay, so like would I have a shot?
Yeah.
I can do secondary target where I secondary target with I can split my damage.
Now, are you setting your phaser for stun or lethal? Because if you don't kill them, you're going to alert them.
That's not a problem. She's got bloodlust.
Can we go?
Brought them? Is that what you're gonna say?
That would be fun. No, I was gonna say.
Oh, you're the.
I was gonna say,
splitting
can
way.
we lure them
It's half for the
towards
second
where we
target, but
are
it's
to get
full
them
for the
closer,
first.
so that way we can like bring out and
Ooh.
It is saying
There's a sexy
this
blob
is an
going forward.
additional target getting hit, but that would suffer half the damage.
it doesn't really give me. I mean, I haven't looked that far into it because I don't have the actual main core rule book yet. But I'm just working on the fact that if you hit somebody and stun them, set your phaser to stun, it's just going to stun them.
I think we should take something, throw it on the other side, wherever we are. That way they go investigate over there.
Then you can.
And then we ambush.
Just thinking of what was that? The market bush. There's a suspicious noise over there with a lot of bodies.
What could that be?
So you said if we stun them, use the stun setting.
Knocks them out.
So no, we don't have to roll 5 or whatever.
Doesn't really tell me anything about that other than when you take damage at 5, it automatically stuns you.
Okay.
I'm just going to say, because you are setting it to non-lethal, I mean, like, what happens when you get hit with a stun set phaser? You get stunned. You get knocked down.
So I guess we don't really need to. We could just decisively step out and
shoot them from here.
Yeah, pull off 2 stuns, and then we'll just have to close the distance and get to them before they crash.
There's no real. Huh?
That way they can
Just so
get
it's an auto stun.
and then
we don't
they
have
can
to worry
fight back.
about it. Don't kill them.
We can
After the fact.
essentially
Bless you.
we stun them, knock them on the ground, and they'll miss their turn because they're stunned, and then we can just
Curb stomp them.
yeah.
Gang up.
In space, we call it Kirk stomping.
Yes, that is true.
All right.
If you've never, and this is for everybody, if you're watching and at the table, if you've never seen the Captain Kirk versus the Zorn fight,
Oh god.
you have to watch. You have to pull that up on YouTube.
Rock.
The Zorn picks up a rock and throws it at him, and he goes to dodge it, and you see it bounce
Yep.
instead of just hit.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like I've seen that before. That was.
Okay.
Maybe we should start doing
all
real
right.
noises.
So we are closing in on. You're almost there. So we're going to do the stun thing. You're going to lean out and stun, or you're going to draw attention.
We're gonna lean out and stun.
Lean out and stun. Who's taking the shots?
I'll take the other shot.
Go for it. I want you to roll for the actual to make sure you hit.
Okay.
So you could roll all 3s and 4s.
Oh, okay.
Huh? No, we're just going to do 2. Because
Yeah,
then they're just going to hear
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I do a lot.
What's the total, just so I know?
It's more
8?
than 5.
Oh, yeah. Even if you didn't just set it to stun, he would have been out for the count anyway.
Shoot him in like the base of his brainstem or something.
Sure, I didn't know where you're going.
I want to
his
stun.
booty.
I want to stun if I
It's
can
so
laugh.
hard.
Space booty.
Space booty. What'd you get, security officer? Huh?
The one time I roll really bad. So
Oh, you still hit though. Yeah, you reach out and your phasers go off. They both hit and they just fall on the floor. They're out.
I can go drag them back in.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. You can
Doc,
actually.
you wanna
There is another
knock 'em
turbo
out?
shaft on the other side of you. You can just chuck them in there if you want.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. Just shove them in the locker.
I was just picturing action where like Hitman like there we go.
You can hit them with a hypo spray.
I know. I was thinking
Keep
of like
'em knocked out.
spray.
Sure. Jam it into their chest, like Pulp Fiction them.
I feel like they'll be sleeping for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it. All right. Yeah. Dang, they didn't have a chance to do anything. All right. Ensign LaSalle, who is actually, I forgot to tell you this, he is not armed,
Not
but
armed.
he's still with you. He's lost his
We
phaser
give him a
somewhere.
displacer thingy. And
Oh, he'll pick one up then. Yeah, I
Perfect.
forgot about it. Yeah, he'll grab one of those.
Disruptors.
Disruptor. Yeah. And he leads you to the emergency access conduit. And what that does is actually leads you to an upper level of the main engineering. So he's actually able to open up another hatch and climb up a small ladder. And that leads you up to the upper level of main engineering. And if are y'all following him? All right. On the far left side of this room that you come in, the warp core is dark. Nearby, 3 Romulan Ulans work diligently at a freestanding computer terminal, and it's in the center of the room. And near them, you all see what has to be the sub commander that they would spoke about. Just kind of a shoulders back, commanding presence, and he is barking orders in Romulan to his subordinates. He is yelling at them. They are actually open up that map, unfold it further. So, this is your warp core. Okay, you're up here, upstairs. And I have to make my own maps from now on. This doesn't make sense what they just. We're just going to say you can see them working around this. That's where he is, the sub commander. So they're all three working around this. You all have made your way in and can see through here, and that's where they are.
So we're still looking down at them.
Well, you're on the same level.
Okay.
We'll put it that way. So yeah, you all have snuck your way in and can see through that door, that opening. They're working hard.
Do we recognize that sub commander?
You don't know his name, but you recognize him as a sub commander. They are definitely Romulan. You can tell that. Because you are Vulcan.
Pass or something?
Looks at the warp tank.
It's like, what happens if we shoot the warp tank?
Everyone dies.
Your flesh melts off.
Yeah.
Like sloughs off.
Yep. What was it? The cooling agent is instantly caustic.
Yeah. Because it'll fill whatever volume it's introduced into very rapidly.
How do the Romulans feel about
Bluffing?
Well, no, I was thinking if we go over to it and threaten to shoot it.
They wouldn't believe us.
They don't care, probably.
In their experience, Starfleet's not that crazy.
He's out of the Facebook.
Yeah. Although, I grabbed one of the disruptors and handed it to you.
And throw it at them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, let's do that.
I'm looking at a difficulty level of 3, though.
I commanded him to do so, so I'm going to roll for a command.
And I have like
success.
Okay.
Fury. We'll get another roll, so I get 3.
So
Hey, Jerry Rig rolled
yeah,
one if you
okay.
need to.
Jerry rig, yeah.
Oh, what am I rolling?
Oh, that's a really good question because I was just like, hey, I'm gonna make you roll for it. I'm going to actually do daring and engineering.
Nice.
No, actually, daring and science. Science.
She blinded me. With the science.
Industry.
But all of them pass like ISO 12.
Plus mine,
Good
7.
Lord.
Got another 7.
All right. You are able to crack it open, throw a couple of wires around, and it starts to crackle with energy.
As it's getting primed,
Mhm.
I'm going to chuck it around the corner, and at the same time, I'm going to make a break to the other side of the room, a flank
Okay.
on them.
And if you all take corners, I'm going to consider that you have 1 point of resistance each. Okay. So that means if they do 3 damage, you only take 2. Or so on and so forth. All right. I got to figure out. Y'all basically throwing a grenade at them.
Yep. That's wrong.
So as you're running, you're going to throw it at them, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just
Okay.
going to like chuck it as I'm crossing.
Just make a
Do you have to shoot it too, or is it enough just to throw
fitness
it?
and command.
Fitness and command?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Robin came out of there.
It did? Oh wow.
Depending on okay, I want to before you roll.
All right.
You rolled, didn't you? Don't look at them. Cover them with your hand. Before you realize how many successes you are, I want to say this: if you want to spend a point of momentum, and you get 3 successes, you'll hit all 3 of them,
Okay.
and so on and so forth.
So
Two successes hit 2, one success hits 1.
And I can use a determination to add an extra?
Sure, if you want.
Okay. And does this count as guerrilla tactics?
You suck, yeah.
Okay.
You already knew what that was, right?
This one?
Yeah.
It was a 9.
Okay, it's a 9.
Okay. And how much to re-roll with determination? Is it
1.
Oh,
yeah, sorry. I didn't see that.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will use determination 2. So that is 6 successes?
You didn't hit a single one. I'm kidding. Yes, you hit all of them, you jerk.
Like, so wait, is it so good that I throw it, it bounces off one of their foreheads, hits another guy, and
Ricochets.
You basically Captain America shield them, you know, doom, 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 and it comes back to you. So you're going to take all the explosion damage. No. What?
Hit potato.
Potato.
Throw it so well.
1,
It boomerang.
2, 3, 4, 5. You did 5 damage to each of them with this. So that's pretty good.
Was it
Pretty
6
darn
that were
good.
stunned, or is it 5?
Well, 5 and they get an injury, right?
But I also have threat points that I'm going to start using to make sure they don't get stunned, because I don't want all my guys to go down that quick, because I am a greedy DM.
I'm blaming.
Too easy.
The sub commander.
Any of them got one?
They all know you're there, by the way. They're all like, bro, oh my god.
Pew, 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 pew,
Pew, pew, pew.
Motivation.
By the prophets, I will distill your blood from my Romulan wine.
Good idea.
Okay. If to use doctor's orders, is it straight medicine, which would be a 5, or what?
No, you're going to add
What do you add to that?
command into that, probably. Not command, but what is? Remind me what that does.
When you attempt a task to coordinate others or to coerce someone into taking or refraining from a specific course
Control.
of action. Okay, you may use your medicine discipline instead of command.
I would say control or daring plus your medicine.
Okay.
Good Lord. Both of them are really good.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Okay, so you all are essentially in combat now. You all go first. You have how many? You have 5 momentum points now? Did you use 1? Okay.
Well, I used my determination.
Oh, by the way, you all have changed scenes, so everybody is at full health.
Oh, and because of the jerry rigging, that means that the power.
Yeah, you're at full momentum because of that mess right there.
But what was it? Probably doesn't matter, but stellar cartography has lost power again. Because if we change scenes, my jerry rig no longer helps. Then again,
that's
actually,
true.
I think you rolled so damn well. It's like I was just like, oh yeah, I'm totally helping over here.
Yay!
Yes.
We've had multiple access points where we've reclaimed.
Yeah.
Like essentially whatever they mucked with, like we've gotten enough of.
That's
it.
why they're
The
getting
bridge is
marked
fully
back.
operational now because of the craziness that you rolled on all of that.
Which means that the secondary command bridge is not
Is
currently
not
functioning
operational.
in this room. Which is the station that they would be standing at, correct?
Correct.
Which is why they were yelling.
Correct.
I said it.
The focus does not go into our
No,
attack roll.
not attack. No, just your tasks. Correct.
First.
And asking questions.
All right, you're going first. Okay. I do want you to do one thing, because I don't know if you would think to do this because it's a brand new system. I want you to make a reason plus medicine or science task with a difficulty of 1.
What did you say? It was a
Reason, and then either medicine or science, which you probably go with medicine because it's ridiculous.
I pass.
Okay. With your tricorder, it lights up, saying it detects something other than Romulans. And if you read, that signal is coming straight from the sub commander.
Was I missing something?
According to your readings, no, this is just part of the story.
Oh, okay,
here.
I was like, did I miss
According,
something?
according to your readings, there is something taking over, like something else inside this subcommand, and it's a different species than Romulans.
Is this a Wrath of Khan moment?
No, never thought of that. I didn't write it.
Worm in their ear telling them what to do.
So let's keep going. What did you get? Who are you attacking first?
Oh, the
Okay.
And you're spending.
So okay, 10, 7.
Does that 7 include the 1 extra damage you did, or?
All right, he takes it straight. Like he's still up. Still up. He seems resistant to pain.
You have armor then? I mean,
He seems resistant to pain, almost immune.
I go over to the replicator. Cleon, pain stick, please.
Yep.
His eyes get really. Wait, what? All right. Keep an initiative or giving it up.
Why don't we keep initiative once, so then you can go, baby, and then you can keep it one more time.
Lord have mercy.
2? Yes.
Yeah. And our medic goes can keep another initiative, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get 3 attacks, right?
And how many dice do you have?
Oh, 4.
Oh, me too. Do you want to? How about this?
How many dice?
For my phaser, 5.
And she gets 5. She
And
gets
then-
7. Your roll off. Who goes up there?
Oh. I thought you have an attack, right? Oh, you attack first.
I initiated the combat by throwing an overcharge.
That means she can pass it on to him. To attack. Because we started our attack phase with.
This is true. So
I think it's beneficial to give it to him.
yes,
instead of
because you have
either
better
or.
damage.
Well, you can also attack and still do the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we were thinking.
Yeah.
She's doing it, and then she's giving another opportunity.
Get 'em, Bones.
Captain, your faith is not inspiring.
Noted, McCoy.
Oh,
Yep.
Grab.
Hey.
I guess that's 5 points of damage at the sub commander, and I've
Okay.
got 2 6s and a 5.
Okay.
So I can use 1 determination.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's only 1 per turn, I think. Yeah. I'll double check on that. If not, I'll
I was like,
adjust
but
it.
I rolled so many great
You
dice.
did really good. He is still. I mean, he's good. He's looking pretty good. Still up. He took a shot, and this time in the ribs, and he just he looks up. He looks more angry than he does anything, which he automatically sees you
Oh,
because you just shot him, and you are a Vulcan.
Oh.
And you
Or-
hear what a Romulan swear word come out of his mouth as he's like focused on you now.
And he does look like a Romulan.
Oh, he is a Romulan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're up next? Who's up next? Who you get passing to? You? Go for it.
If you increase the difficulty by 1 for a difficulty 0 check, that's
Mhm.
a 1? Or
Mhm.
is it like
One success.
Is 1 a it's just 1 success?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just if I raise the difficulty up by 1 from 0, it's just gonna be 1 success.
Okay. It's gonna be 3 points of damage. Guys,
I'm going to spend 2 threat points. Oh, to one of the guys on the side. I'm sorry. 3 points of damage.
yes.
The number 1. Oh, he looks rough. He took he's holding stuff in if it wasn't cauterized. You know what I mean? and but he's still shaky hand, still has these disruptor.
Okay. Can I do a? Oh, that would actually just balance out to the same things. So it's an interesting system.
It is.
But I literally almost just spent points to get back the exact same amount of points I would have spent.
Right.
So no.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The sub commander is going to raise his disruptor pistol at you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to take a shot. You do have resistance of 1.
I know. It's like, yeah.
Okay. One. Take that out. You take 6 points of stress, or 6 damage.
Well, I'm out.
You are now considered injured and stunned. He is a beefy boy.
So is that like the resistance? Is it straight point for point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A resistance of 1 takes away 1 point of damage.
Okay.
I was hoping it would do a little more, but yeah. And you're gonna watch him. He kind of hits himself in the chest and heals himself a little more, and it looks like he's regained a little bit of health.
Oh yay! Oh, it's one of our turns.
Yeah, and so you all are up. You have one that looks like he's healing, one that's spitting blood right now, and the other 2 look kind of rough from being grenaded, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go for injured one if I
can. One.
Oh wow. So that meant that's a 2 or is that a 3?
That's 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's just it's 1 point of damage plus 2. Well, actually 3 I think total because I got 2 6s.
Okay.
And
determination.
Pump 1 more in to the one that one of the small fry.
Number 1.
1, 2, or 3.
Which one?
One looks rough.
Yeah, 1 then.
He's dead.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's ash now because of you.
Yay!
He's ashy. Number 2 is going to look at his fallen friend. Look at you. You're down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's even with the roll of the die, he's going to shoot back at you. Oh. You take 1 point of damage.
0 resistance.
0. You take nothing. Bounces off the edge of the wall that you're hiding behind, and is now your turn. I think, right? Yeah.
Last one.
No, you're not. Forgot about Ensign LaSalle.
I have a 6 and a 5. 3 and a 4. So, plus 1 determination points of damage.
You shooting the big guy or one of the smaller guys?
How many smaller guys? I thought it was
2 more.
One of the smaller guys was first.
So you did 4 points of damage or 3? 3. It doesn't matter. They look about the same. They haven't been shot yet. They just took grenade damage.
I'll hit number 2.
Number 2, this one hurt. Number 3 is going to go. Going to shoot at commanding officer. Am I rolling the right amount? Yeah. Oh, that's a little better. That's going to be 4 points of stress minus 1 down to 3. Ensign LaSalle, I'm going to run over to you. Because honestly, that's probably what he would do. And I'm going to give him base. He's going to try to use your medical equipment on you. What?
It's like shaky hand. Oh!
Wake up.
Yeah. There's a Pulp Fiction moment.
Oh my God. He got 3 successes off of 2d20. So, which I will say gives you 3 points of stress back. You are still laying on the ground. You're like, it hurts. But that brings you back into the fight. That brings us back to top of the order. That would be our security officer.
Left up.
2 of them, 3 of them. 2, 3, and the sub commander. You want to shoot at number 2? Because he's looking pretty rough.
And don't forget the 7th one.
Got that beefy phaser. The 7d6 of damage.
Yep.
Like the
Or well.
equivalent of her monk.
It's not protocol, but she's modified her phaser.
It's like you pull yours out and it's a normal phaser, and she goes, "Oh yeah." It's like a Joker gun with the extended barrel. Yeah, he's dead. I heard you counting up 6. Yeah. It just blows him against the wall. He slides down, slumps to his death. So now you have 1 guy and the sub commander left. Are you keeping the initiative or are you passing? Okay, you guys spend 2 momentum to do so.
No, for you. That way you can your extra.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah?
You want okay, so they go and then you go. To keep the initiative.
No, it's like
Keep initiative for her.
So they would still need an extra turn before you keep initiative again. So let me put it this way. They have to go before you can keep initiative.
So we're not
another
able
time. So you've already kept initiative twice, so they need to go another time before you can do it again. We put it that way. That makes sense?
No, but we'll go with
Yeah.
that.
All right. So I messed it up anyway, but they still have to have a turn before you can keep initiative again. After their turn, let me put it this way. It would be wise to let them go so you can go keep initiative, and keep going.
It says it right here. It may only be done once before the enemy has taken at least 1 action.
Yeah.
So to prevent us from being like, oh, we're all medics, dog pile.
Yeah. So the sub commander's going to take a shot at you. Don't worry, they're not doing very well. Their rolls are hog crap. Good lord.
Oh, waiting for you.
I know. It's like, well, actually, that's like 8 points of damage.
3 point. This is 4, but you're behind a piece of machinery, so you take 3 points of stress. So you can go, and then after that, they can keep initiative.
Go for the other small one that's still alive.
Okay. Yeah, he's hanging on.
5, and then plus my last determination.
I was gonna say keep it.
Okay.
Because he's dead.
Cool. Wonderful.
You blew him away. So, actually, if you want to spend it to do an extra task, I would suggest doing that. Would you like to do that? And I'll tell you what to roll.
Okay.
All right. Spend 1 point of. I want you to roll a reason plus medicine or science again. So it'd probably be reason and medicine.
I passed both. 5 and 8.
Okay. According to your readings on your medical tricorder, the creature is the same species of neural parasite that attempted to infiltrate Starfleet Command on Stardate 41755.
That one was a creepy one.
It is Rathacon.
Pretty much. So, yes, he does have a little wormy inside his head, and it's trying to tell him what to do.
No, that's RFK Jr.
No, I'm a symbiote.
Yeah. Well, you're
Okay.
a Trill. You have a symbiote.
Yeah, I have a symbiote.
So,
Friends.
that leads us to.
Wait.
He's already gone, so it's all you all.
So, okay, so no need to hold the initiative.
Nope. I mean,
right.
everybody else is gone unless y'all want to just go back and forth with him because I don't think you can do that.
I'm going to do a thing.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 to create an advantage. And the advantage is that console that they're at, well,
Go
maintenance hasn't always been very good on it, and
Uh-huh.
it's been kind of finicky, and having an overloaded disruptor thrown at it has caused it to start to have a feedback loop and building up some electrical charge.
So you want it to go boom?
I want it to go boom.
Okay.
But I also want to like do the command like, haha, let's go everyone. And so I will rally at the same time and roll. Okay, so we get 3 more of these back.
Yay.
All right, and that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, who's
Does it
next?
explode?
So that was what you want to do, and you spent all your determination.
I
Not
didn't.
determination, but you spent that
Yeah.
stuff on it.
I'd used my
Momentum.
rally task, and I spent momentum. That's the one.
Roll
Momentum.
5. Roll you 5 of your d6s. Tell me
5.
what you get out of it.
Going by the formula for
Yes.
damage?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright. So, 6.
You're kidding me.
No.
All right. I'm going to say that it kind of happens like this. You look at it, and you see it kind of sparking anyway, and you shoot a phaser blast straight into that console, which causes it to explode. And not only does the eruption of this console, but the shrapnel flying from it just basically eviscerates him right there. Doing exactly the amount of damage you needed to do to kill him.
Starfleet, baby.
I love this.
I can tell. But you notice as he slumps to the floor, like he hits the wall, slides down, slumps to the floor, something does fall out of his ear.
Fire at it. Yeah, fire at it.
All right. You want to fire? Go for it.
Yes.
Fire at it.
Oh, wow, okay. All hits. So 4 hits plus a 5 of a self.
This thing,
Yeah.
it's gone. Gone. It literally needed 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
My cousin. With
That's a
that,
parasite. You're a symbiont.
Oh, right. We're related
Um,
somehow with.
Ensign Jim LaSalle looks around and he says, holy crap, that's it. That was them. That's all of them, I think. And he like does a quick look around. He's like, all we need to do is align the injector ports, power up the engine core, prime the matter antimatter injector,
Okay.
stabilize warp field, and we can get out of here.
Young guy, I know.
Okay.
I'm more experienced than this.
I'm not even going
You're
to.
like,
I'm not even going to make
"Bet,
you roll
fam."
for this.
I
We're just
got
going to do, for brevity's
I
sake.
got this.
You're able to restore everything with him. Some of the crew from the Magellan joins to be able to pilot the ship back as well, because its crew has been devastated. So you all can spare a few souls to go over and help take this back.
We do have one disturbing thing left unattended.
What's that?
We have the 2.
Well, the Romulan craft that brought them,
What?
it's
Yeah.
cloaked somewhere. Like, it could be attached to the bottom of the ship. And we wouldn't know.
Tachyon pulse.
All
Wait, what about
They
the
are.
we have
They
to
have.
do the locker?
The captain has actually taken that into control. It left.
Oh, okay. You're right, we do that.
It didn't flee, but it left when it saw your all ship join, thinking that more Federation ships would be behind you to find this one.
What about
So
our Klingon
we
link?
tow them back to
Hmm?
Starbase
What about the
81.
Klingon link?
That was a ruse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically. So what Starfleet knows now is that in 2364, a survey team discovered a neural parasite on an uncharted planet. In a matter of months, the parasites had infiltrated Starfleet Command, and this invasion proved unsuccessful thanks to the crew of the USS Enterprise NCC 1701-D.
Yep.
The neural parasites are an intelligent, non-humanoid life form, and it integrates into a host brainstem, giving it full control over a host body. However, the parasite does not retain the host's memories. It does create several notable physical changes, such as him being stronger and regaining health, which didn't help because you all rolled insanity on him and did insane things, which was good. I enjoy.
Guerrilla tactics.
Enhanced strength, resistance to energy, but it also breathes through a small gill that protrudes from the base of the host's neck.
Yep.
So you could have taken that out and killed it, but it
Oh, it's
wasn't-
thermal exhaust port?
Yeah, exactly. Could have fired. No, wait a minute, wrong franchise.
It's like shooting the womp rat.
Basically, they don't know any other way of removing it other than killing the host. But Captain Picard and Commander Riker killed a mother creature, but not before it transmitted a homing beacon into deep.
Yep.
So basically, it was the Romulans did attack this, but they did not know that a parasite had infiltrated their subcommand, and basically it had taken over, and the Romulans were just being Romulans.
Yep.
But you all actually averted a bigger disaster by killing this neural parasite as well.
So nobody let them on board?
Oh no, they forced their way on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we
As
were
far
saying
as
there was
your-
like an
as
informant that
Intimal
was
Tell,
okay.
They forced their way on. He doesn't know
Okay.
how, because all of with the fire, I mean, with everything that was happening and the way they took over, it corrupted a lot of the data on board, including the captain's files. He just knew that they had boarded, and when a Starfleet ship came in and sent a shuttle over, they were like, "We out," and took off to maybe gather reinforcements, but I don't think you all stick around that long.
Well, I would have stuck around just for celebration's sake. If we
Bring your
found-
Wine.
Did we find any Romulan wine?
Unfortunately, the Romulan wine did not make it on board because they were not there to celebrate or drink. They were there to
Aw.
pillage and plunder. And
You do
Like
find
shit.
a bottle of what could be thought of as Romulan tequila, but there is a worm at the bottom of the bottle.
so
Oh,
you could
did we
drink
get a
at your
sample of the...
own risk. So with that, I'm going to say that was an abridged Star Trek Adventures
Yay. This is like
game. I hope you all enjoyed. Did you all enjoy yourselves?
Oh, yeah.
You think it was cool?
Oh yeah.
All right.
like
Once
we
we
went
get more
more Star
familiar
Trek
with it, more comfortable with it, mostly being me, we'll probably run something like this again. But yeah, we want to thank
I
you
love
all
Star
for
Trek.
watching, if you're watching, and thank you to Multiverse for letting us stream here. We appreciate it. It's Multiverse of Burlington in Burlington, North Carolina. Yeah, y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later.
Bye. Bye.
Wow, we also did.
I know, it was like
So
the Partridge family up in
I
here.
really like this system.